faster. By the way, we're not any geeks, we hack into NASA. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings. So we drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring. I'm just waiting till my BlackBerry dies, cause I'll replace it with the Raspberry Pi. Don't compare to this track, it makes everything they said dull. Neutralize any threat, turn Red Skull to Dev Null. They killed virus writers that we mentioned, but instead they ascended to the VX heavens to reincarnate as live wires. Still inside we hide ciphers and sign device drivers. Which school will we hit next? They didn't learn the format, so we've got to print F. Next step is a chin check. Freestyles that I spit best, they didn't decrypt yet. I crush internet MCs and rhyme battles. Get your Wi-Fi tackled, hack by pineapple. I don't think you'll like my Snapple, cause I popped it with vodka in a cyanide capsule. We drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings. So we drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things.
You know there's gonna be security, right?
First we drink all the booze, then hack all the things. Then backdoor the firmware on anything you bring, regardless of the hardware, service or encoding. Connected to the internet and someone's gonna own it. This is for the pirates that clap and love the sound. Attacking from the cloud, then we're back in underground. There's no masking from us now. We pop tornadoes around the globe, track and hunt you down. Packed on schedule, add it to your calendar. Devices online, here comes another challenger. State infiltrated, so undercover. This is for my comrades who stare at the debuggers and trace every buffer. Examining the code flow, haven't been to sleep, better pop another no-dose. I think I'll need a planet-sized urn, cause some men just wanna watch the world burn. Your turn.
Stay out of jail.
Technologically possible, yeah.
Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings. So we drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring.
I mean, these servers have more firewalls than the devil's bedroom.
Hack all the things. Drink all the booze. Hack all the things. Hack all the things. Hack all the things. Things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring. Hack all the things.
Yeah, well, good luck, man.
They still give me wings. Drink all the things. Drink all the vodka and pack all the booze. Drink all the booze. Hack all the hackers. Hack all the
Not every geek with a Commodore 64 can hack into NASA.
This one's dedicated to all the hackers. Yo, even out, settle scores quick.
Welcome everyone to UHC tonight. It is a special edition, so I'm very psyched. I'm your host tonight here at the UHC English channel. Yes, we are the English channel. There is a Brazilian channel as well going on in Portuguese. UHC is back for a final round of this year of 2020. So it is the end of the world a year edition, whatever you free choose. UHC CTF is run by Hacking Esports. It's a Brazilian company. UHC creator Igor Rincon founded Hacking Esports company and turned UHC into its first hacking championship. The plan is to turn CTF into an official esports on the long run, using CTF as a learning platform and engaging as many people as possible during the live streams. So we have narrators on a live CTF. That's kind of like not normal. It's kind of rare to see. We kind of believe UHC is a little bit of a pioneer in that aspect. There's a whole set of UHC media, social media profiles, such as Instagram for news and LinkedIn for partnerships, YouTube for past editions. So if you want to watch the past editions, go for YouTube, Twitter for chatting, and also the Discord server. Now, the Discord server is where you can meet all the players and UHC fans. They speak both languages, Portuguese and English. So you can find your own people there. You can meet new people. You can play CTF together, even play other CTFs together. Be part of UHC itself as a competitor. So you can do all that on Discord. Even participating on the qualifying rounds for being on the UHC finals, which is, the name that we give to this Twitch CTF thing. I want to thank to all of our sponsors and partners of tonight's edition. We are very proud with our partners and sponsors tonight. We have Axe Labs, and they're like this amazing Brazilian company focused on InfoSec and hacking. We have Hack the Box as well. Most of y'all probably know Hack the Box. If you don't, I mean, what the fuck you're doing on the internet? Go meet Hack the Box. We have CrowdSec as well, another Brazilian company. They're super cool. They have like this kind of Netflix of web pen testing classes. That's pretty cool. We have Bug Hunt as well. That's a bug bounty company from Brazil. And we have Hackety, which is my company, which is a marketing agency and trainings as well, specialized in InfoSec and hacking. So yeah, we got a lot of very good partners and very good sponsors. If you want to be part of that, if you want to help UHC happens, come talk to us. Just send us a message on the internet, and we'll probably find it. Maybe we'll also can't dispose of the message thinking you're a bot. But hey, I mean, who never done that, right? All right, so a bunch of the sponsors are here for, engaging people with their brands or getting to know this new CTF huge community that's like going worldwide right now, and probably hiring people. We got a bunch of the players actually hired to the companies that sponsor us in past editions as well. So that's pretty nice. UHC has a huge community filled with talented people. A bunch of them are actually pretty young, and that's very cool. There's also a lot of big names on the industry, not only narrating, but also watching, because we all play CTF at some point. All right, so we do have people backstage supporting us for our lives to happen. So thank you so much to the UHC staff. I'm sorry, you're gonna see me struggling with English throughout the entire night, because just as the staff, I'm also Brazilian. So you couldn't see, but Isadora, which is our staff tonight, just showed up on backstage, and thank you, Isa, for helping us. All right. Oh, that's such a sweet kiss. And it's hard to put her on screen. She doesn't fall for my traps. I will make it show you. I will show you on screen, Isadora. You're a very sweet little Brazilian girl. People like that on the internet. All right, so I'm going to introduce my amazing co-host that y'all know, but I'm going to let him introduce himself. And here we have him. And Tatey from Dual Core. Hi, baby.
Hey, what's up? I like your outfit.
Thank you. I'm a tech mage tonight. I'm RPG inspired.
Dope.
Can you introduce yourself, please, husband?
Sure. I'm Int80, the rapper in dual core, so you can find me on those Twitter accounts, and as well as many places on the internet. I hack computers for a living, make rap music about it, and on Sunday evenings, I host UHC with the lovely Marina Ciavata. You can find our music on all of the platforms. Just search dual core wherever you get your music. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever the new version for Google Play is. I think it's YouTube Music. Whatever BitTorrent trackers you use, you can find our music everywhere. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm super excited for tonight. I don't need to talk. Let's keep it moving.
All right, so since tonight is a special night, is our last night of the year of CTFs or of UHC happening, we have a lot of amazing guests. Some of them will show up in the middle of the stream and just say hi, but some of them will continue with us throughout the night or may jump out soon. But anyway, we have a bunch of them. Yeah, people are in the chat are asking, husband? Yes, we are married.
Yes.
I sorry, y'all.
Well, they probably know me as, more famously as Marina's husband rather than Int80, the rapper in dual core. So that's probably where they got confused.
All right, let's introduce our special guests of the night. We have MC Oh My, we have the amazing Ipsec, and we have John Hammond all tonight in the same place at the same stream. Oh shit, this just happened. Hi, y'all.
What's up,
Okay.
everybody? Hey there.
Everybody give their intros all at once. Go. No, just
Go.
kidding.
Okay, hi. What's going on Twitch TV? This is Ipsec.
Hello, everyone. My name is.
All right, MC Oh My, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, I am Oh My. I go by Daddy Coco Man, aka 69 Hertz to Freak, aka that guy wearing the Daddy Claws sweatshirt. And yeah, I am also a rapper, so you can find my music on the same places that you would find Int 80s music, generally speaking, except his website. Go to my website instead.
All right, John, you want to say hi to our fans tonight?
Hey, hi, hello. What's up, everybody? You kept saying this is a special night. It sounds like this is the special night. Like this is the one. This is the place to be out of all of them. So I'm John Hammond. I have a YouTube channel where I do like cybersecurity videos, and that's it.
Okay. Well, Ipsec, do you want to do the honors of introducing yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ipsec. I have a lot less names than the other two people, especially Daddy Coco Man or MCO Maya, whatever it is. I do CTF videos on YouTube as well, mainly just hack the box stuff. Have some other Von Hub and other things, but yeah, that's about it.
I hate
And
y'all's
also-
concise way of introducing yourselves.
I wanted to give a shout out. Not only is it a special night for the last UHC of the season and an amazing lineup of guests and players, but it is also MCO Maya's birthday tonight.
Yes!
What?
Happy
Happy
birthday!
Are we going to be singing happy birthday through the stream?
We
Yes,
definitely
take it
should.
away, John.
I don't know.
I can sing it in Portuguese in the background. That's going to be extra weird.
I mean, we have two musical professionals here. I feel like Int 80 can do a quick, like, freestyle happy birthday.
Yes!
Happy birthday
yes.
rap.
You're right. I could, but I won't.
You have to do it in binary.
Jesus fuck, it's so hard to make him do stuff.
You don't do any tricks.
We'll find out how to social engineer you one day.
Yeah.
One day, maybe. One day. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah, Rena, tell them about the setup tonight because this is amazing.
Oh yeah. So the setup tonight is this. We're gonna have. Let me share my screen real quick. The presentation of the players. I should have done this earlier, but I was so excited. All right, here we have it. The special edition, the end of the year. And yes, we're gonna have the 10 best players of the year. So we're gonna have the 10 most voted or most liked or that were available at the time that we call them champions of 2020. So we're gonna have a huge competition tonight with the biggest names of the UHC year. This is gonna be insane, and there is 5 flags throughout tonight, which is also new. We usually have just 3 flags, but since we only have champions in the house tonight, we didn't even had any qualifying rounds. We did put 5 flags for them tonight, and we're gonna have 3 winners also. Not only one, but we're gonna have 1, 2, 3. We have first, second, and third place tonight, and all of them will take home very awesome prizes given directly from Hack the Box. So it's gonna be very sweet, nice swags. It's like Hack the Box VIP account and Pro Lab account and 1,000 Academy cubes, which is insanely good prizes for these kids. So yeah, I mean, these kids. Silvano is not a kid. Silvano, I see you in the chat, so sorry, bro, you're not a kid anymore. But yeah, tonight's players. Let's meet a little bit. I'm the oldest of all. He's saying in the chat. So let's meet him. We have Silvano. Silvano was like one of the first winners ever on UHC, and he has also been the first commentator of UHC as well. So if you go to the YouTube channel, if you can find the very first chapters of UHC, you can find Silvano narrating instead of me. So he actually started it all, and now he's playing again, which is super cool.
Yeah, Silvano's got a pretty cool CTF background, so I'm excited to see what he does tonight. I've only known him from this hosting side of UHC. I want to see the shells that he starts bringing down. All
right. Now we also have Gelado. All right, you may not know his name. I do. I know this kid. I know him since he was a kid. And I've known him playing CTFs that I was already organizing back in Brazil a lot of years ago. And he is a freaking monster. I once saw him take a baseball bat to a CTF match.
Like Office Space style?
Yes, yeah. The cyber baseball bat, as it were.
No, an actual one. That was like super cool. So I am a huge fan of Gelado from other Brazilian and also international CTFs that he plays. All right, we have Wade, another known figure of UHC and tri-champion. He won 3 times already. So yeah, and he's not the only one that won 3 times, and it's here playing. Yes, we're gonna get to know a little bit more about Celesian as well.
Oh. Speedrunner.
Yes, so the speedrunner is back. Celesian actually goes after Kawei's record, and they both hold records of finishing UHC in like almost no time at all, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Kawei did in 20 minutes. I think Celesian did it in like 30 or 40 minutes, right? So they're like insane. They're insanely fast CTF players.
Yep. And quick question in the chat asking if these are teams or they're solo. And we'll see that each of the players are solo. They're in their own kind of like isolation channels on Discord. So each player playing individually. But I guess there is a side channel attack watching the Twitch streams. Silvano.
Yum. All right. So next player is Kawei. All right. I just told y'all about him. He is the record holder of UHC. He finished once in like 20 minutes. We could not believe what we just saw, and that was just insane. And he is now back.
Yeah, that week was excellent. All AWS, I think, for most of it, and he just like ripped right through that AWS environment. Super impressive.
Yes, that was. All right, and we have Jonathan Phil as well. All right, so another player that is not super known here on UHC, but he is a brilliant CTF player back in Brazil. He already won, I don't know how many other CTFs back there. Just as Geolado, he is also very big on the CTF scene on Brazil, and also international ones that he plays as well. Oh wait, I just came back. I missed Kawe. He haven't played for a while.
He didn't get enough screen time when he won in 20 minutes before.
And now we have Afonso. All right, Afonso also a 3 times champion and also one of the most dangerous players because we know that his strategies involve sitting on flags and submitting all of them at once, just breaking everyone's strategy. So, oh boy, I'm so excited. We have B, fan favorite B, also 3 times champion. He's just the sweetheart of the sweethearts of the entire world, just the sweetest kid ever, and such a talented CTF player.
Yeah, B always impressive, always coming up with really cool stuff every time that we've seen him on UHC here.
We have Luska, all right, that won recently and played a lot of UHCs. We have seen him growing up here on UHC Challenge, each week playing and getting more and more points. Still, he actually became a champion just recently. I think it was like, 2 or 3 editions ago?
Yeah, I want to say 3 ago. But it's 2020. It could have been like 15 ago. Who knows?
Never know. And we have Caligula EZ. I don't know how to pronounce, which is whom is also a champion on UHC. Is like a very past. I mean, a lot of editions ago player, but he is a very, very, very talented CTF player as well. And he got his job, from UHC, and now he's very busy and barely playing CTFs, and now he's back for our special edition. And
yeah, I think it's wonderful that a lot of these players are getting job offers just from being really good at CTF. I mean, what an excellent recruiting pipeline.
All right. Oh, sorry. The staff just corrected me. Wade has not won 3 times. Wade is like 1-time champion, but still, he comes back like week after week. So also a very, 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 very good player. I don't know why I'm like boosting them up because they're all just insanely good.
Wade is on pretty much every week, and to get onto the Sunday show, you have to have placed in the top 10 in the preliminaries from Saturday. And Saturdays are an all-day qualifying CTF. So, it's not just like you can get some flags and then call it quits. It's like you got to hang in there and really solve those challenges.
All right. So I've heard from the staff that the CTF has already started. So give me just 1 quick minute. And I can hear someone's Discord. Is it mine though?
Probably yours.
All right, it's probably mine.
It's either yours or dual cores. You guys are the only ones that weren't muted, so.
Wait a minute.
I'm running Discord in a VM, and the VM is doesn't have a sound card attached to it, and its sound is down. And yes.
Are you afraid of being?
So your computer just beeps randomly, right?
Right.
That's what always happens to me. Like
arbitrary notifications.
Yeah. Yeah. Which always freaks me out and reminds me of a time that on a red team op, we were on a box and we were doing a screenshot of the person's system that we were on. And that's how we learned that I think you need to pass a -X flag to the screenshot command in Mac OS. Otherwise, it makes the sound.
Oh, yeah.
And the person reported that their laptop was making this weird screenshot noise randomly. We and of course we saw the report because we were on the box, and we went in and set mail filters so that the security team, when they replied, the mail filters just went to trash or archived and deleted immediately. And then we sent a reply back from their email saying oh yeah, sorry, I was just in Spotify, and I think it was something in the song. Everything's fine. Like we're all fine here. Everything's good. How are you?
That's awesome. That is hilarious.
I think they are still putting the the challenges up in the platform, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, there they are.
All right, it's
Game is on.
We're off to the races.
All right.
Yeah, we have officially started UHC tonight, y'all, and we're watching Celesian screen.
And
Wait.
Celesian has his own little custom like launcher. I think he said he made it in Python that just helped him do this enumeration quick.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you're wondering what that window was, that's something he had wrote.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that and I was curious. I hadn't seen that before. But yeah, there we see GoBuster running. What else? It looked like maybe Fuff somewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely no Tmux being used.
Yeah, right.
Many terminals. Alt tab all the way.
And here we see it looked like some manual brute force attempt there, trying, I guess, admin, most likely. So yeah, all right. And Burp running in dark mode, and so that's how you know it's real hacking.
So it looks like right now he's trying to, just create a request and then going to do some light fuzzing with this. If I had to guess, just based upon what I've seen from UHC, I haven't really seen any like no SQL or MongoDB injections. So I guess that's probably what it's going to be, just out of a hunch. We haven't seen these machines before, so we don't know. He is testing no SQL right now with that bracket NE. Changing the request to username not equals is what that does.
I gotta say,
they are all playing at the same time. It's the same CTF happening live as you all are watching.
Yep, and we are currently looking at Celesian, but then we will like bounce around to other folks. And I gotta say, watching Celesian just come out of the gate, tearing it up. It reminds me of watching an IPSEC video on 2x speed. This is like literally what it feels like.
I don't like that his GoBuster is showing 403 error messages, though. I was like, oh, there's a lot of Vim swap files. Nope, those are all just access denied. So it looks like anything in the URL that begins with a period gets rerouted to access denied, which is indication there's a HT access file doing something funny.
Does GoBuster have a flag that you can drop like 403 responses?
Yeah, you can change the blacklist or you can turn it into a whitelist to say, I only want these.
Nice. Oh my, what's your web enumeration tool of choice?
Definitely GoBuster, but I wanted to try the one that someone made in Rust. I just haven't had an opportunity to use it.
So
the one that Epi made.
Is it
Ruster? I thought I've heard.
Ferox or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's essentially the same thing. But GoBuster is definitely, when I do like hack the box stuff, the way to go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, seeing all those Vim swap files on like the 403, I was going to shout out like a feature I added to GoBuster to find Vim swap files, the discovery feature, which is somewhat handy sometimes. Won't be handy here since everything's 403'd. But
First Blood.
Look at this.
All right.
Someone looked at an HTML source probably.
Holy moly!
Who did it?
Who did it?
Gioldo.
Wait, let me. Oh, Giolado.
Yeah.
You know why he has his name, the name like this? Because he is a GeoHot fan.
Nice.
And cold in Portuguese is gelado. So that's why he is gelado.
So he definitely looks like he's the furthest along. He's fuzzing looks like REST API with some things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me go to his screen.
Found a token.
Yeah, let's show what's going on there. And yeah, you're right. I see the request up there in repeater, and then it looks like decoding the base64. And yeah, just like you called out earlier, IPSEC, I saw MongoDB in the response there on the right side just briefly.
It's the nature of doing CTFs like every week. You just have some type of sixth sense. You're like, oh, it's been a while since I've seen one of these. Actually, they haven't done one. It's the end of the year. Probably going to do something unique, if I had to guess. Yep. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit. If y'all look at the scoreboard now, B has already 2 flags. He submitted 2
Oh,
flags at
What
once.
has he done?
How?
let's-
Jeez.
Oh, he
check
went
out
straight
B.
for the hard third stack challenge.
Oh
He
my
is now with 300 points already. Jesus Christ, that
Oh
was
my goodness.
fast.
John, you were on B screen earlier. What tool was he using to do enumeration?
I saw Fuff.
Okay.
I saw he
Nice.
was right out of the gate, had a lot of Fuff kind of ready and prepared to fire it off.
You know, Fuff is also my go-to, but I had a recent like false negative with it where I was playing something. It hit an like an endpoint, a URL that was in the word list, but then it didn't report back as having found it. And if you browse to that endpoint manually, you got a 200 easy. So I wonder if maybe in that case it wasn't Fuff. Maybe there was some like filtering on the user agent string, something like that potentially.
My main complaint with Fuff is it doesn't add the content type header in your HTML request.
Hmm.
So a lot of times it just doesn't get processed if you're doing some things.
B notices that we are checking their screen and has the LOL up in the up in the address bar.
Oh, what? Oh my God. Look at the scoreboard. Jesus, this is insane.
Who's coming now?
Oh,
my
wow.
God. Wait,
Gelato's
let
already at
me.
600.
How?
Oh my
my
goodness.
God.
What is
Maybe
going
the
on?
fastest one.
What is
I was saying
happening?
before, it's the curse of having a lot of people on. Like,
Yeah. The pressure is on now.
What is happening? I mean, Gelato's already with 600 points.
What does he solve?
B
Wow.
has 300. Luska exploitation. I don't know who exploitation is. Gosh is Silvano, and Wade with 100 points. But oh my God, bro! Like what the hell? At least slow down so we can actually comment on everything that's going on.
it's like the inverse of the ninja rule.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
there's only so much power that can be held on one battlefield, so it has to be divided based upon it. So we have a lot of power on this commentator field, so that means our competitors also have to be extremely good.
Right. Yes. They got to bring it to restore balance to the galaxy.
So okay, it's very good to remind y'all that if Gelado gets root faster than anyone, we still need 2 other people to go for root and achieve root for UHC to end tonight. So we're only gonna stop one if we reach the limit time, which is 3 hours, or 2 if 3 players achieve root flag. So in this 2 setups, we can then finish the championship tonight.
Well, and to clarify just a bit, it's actually for 3 players to capture all of the flags, right? You might get root, but you got to end up getting all of those flags. Otherwise, somebody else can get all the flags, and they end up with a higher point value than you and surpass you on the scoreboard.
Yes. So I've heard that Caligula is now on the board as well with 100 points. He also got the first flag. So we now have 7 of our 10 players on the scoreboard, and this is insane because we just started. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like what, 15 minutes, 10 minutes tops that we've been here.
So
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
What I'm seeing here is there's an error message that says middleware authentication is accessed, like working properly. I can't see right there. Authorization middleware is working properly. So they're probably doing some type of second order attack here. Like the vulnerability now probably isn't in the website. It's in what the website is talking to. So they have to enumerate what is between the website and the database, most likely.
Although
I see
I've seen
some
that
unserialized
terminology.
errors.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no. I see some unserialized errors, so I don't know if that's going to end up playing a part in the next.
And that's super common when you have like middleware. Generally, people like serialize objects and then pass it to that middleware. So it looks like this is PHP deserialization based upon what this looks like. The weird thing is, like, just because the app is PHP doesn't mean the middleware is going to be PHP. So this could also be like a pickle or a Java vulnerability. Those get overlooked quite a bit just because, I mean, when you're living in saying .php, you just assume PHP. So I can't say that's what it's going to be here, but just something to keep in mind that you should always enumerate what the middleware actually is.
Absolutely. And one place where I've seen the term middleware be used is with Django. Oh my goodness, a wild
Look
moose
who's
is
here!
here.
Hi, Moose!
Hey guys.
Welcome!
Surprise.
Oh, your audio dropped out. I heard you for a split second. Nope, still nothing. We see you though.
Like, peace. I'm out of here.
Yeah. No audio, no care.
I see the scores are currently hidden, it looks like.
Oh.
So I'm guessing someone paid to hide the scoreboard,
say, we
and
bought-
it looks
Yeah,
like he's
probably
changing up his
someone paid.
playlist.
Yeah.
Get a better song on.
I still have the scoreboard without it being updated, so I know how it is. I can share with y'all before it went down, so y'all know the same things that I do. Wait.
That was a nice
Yeah.
Spotify cameo, wherever that was from.
Here it is.
Yeah,
So the
Denzel
scoreboard
Curry.
was like this before it went down.
Ooh,
So
B.
Gelado was first, and B got 400 points already now.
bumping up.
Celesian with 300, and all the other players with 100 points. And now the scoreboard went down because if you go to the Twitch store here on UHC, you can buy stuff with your points to play around with the CTF strategy. So you can knock down the scoreboard for a few minutes. You can send us messages. You can buy screen time from one of the players that you want to watch. And we also have a betting system as well. So if you want to bet on tonight's winner with your Twitch points on our store, you can also do that. But you have to do that very quickly because the bets are only available until I think a little bit before the last hour starts, and then the bets go down and you can't bet anymore for obvious reasons.
It's a lot of features.
Yes. Yes. It is.
Moose, still no audio from you.
So we see composer.json. So I believe this is a Laravel web page. So probably try some Laravel deserialization. I think that's what Drawdo's doing.
Nice. And we've definitely seen Laravel be used in UHC in several different weeks. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on under the hood.
I'm watching B, and they just grabbed another flag for the second stack challenge, so they should be tied now with Gelato, unless anything else has changed.
What was
nice.
it? What do you have to do to get that?
Inside of the REST API source code, you can see there's a route for get master root flag, and you needed a base 64 encode one rendition of the token.
What do you say? Should we hop over to B and catch up with them? We haven't really checked them out much, and B is also known to kind of fly through challenges
Oh, absolutely.
at alarming speed.
I got some good momentum now.
I would just like to let everyone in the chat. You can bet writing the player's room on Discord here. So the numbers that you see on exclamation point contest or exclamation point bet are the numbers of the Discord rooms. So you have Celesian on number 1, Luska on number 2, Kawe on number 3, Caligula on number 4, Afonso number 5, Gelado is number 6, B is 7, Silvano or Gosh is 8, Wade is 9, and Exploitation, which is Jonathan's Phil, I believe, is 10. So now you know all of the players to bet. And good luck for all of you gamblers out there. Gambling on CTF players on a Sunday night.
The best thing to do on a Sunday night.
Oh, there's Moose.
Yeah.
Yay, we can hear you.
It's almost like I have a studio with like a couple different mics that I've been plugging in and going, no, not this one. No, not this one. Sorry about that.
The musician's curse.
Yes. Fuck it. We'll do it
Welcome.
live.
There's a mic.
Yes.
There's a mic.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, so we'll say living the dream.
All right.
I am
Well,
here for all of like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then I get to go back to work.
oh,
It's
it
okay.
has been that kind of a week for sure.
Yep. Yep.
I just
Wow.
wanted to mention that exploitation, Jonathan Thiel, I forget the name, but they just got their second flag, and so they are also cooking along. Although the scoreboard is, I think, still disabled potentially. Scoreboard for folks that want to check it out when it becomes not hidden is UHC as in Ultimate Hacking Championship. .seg as in Sierra Echo Gringo. I forget what G is. Golf.
On this podcast, it's Gringo, so keep going.
UHC.seg.br. But it's a temporary hiding from people spending their Twitch points. So it'll come back eventually. Or if somebody wins, we'll have to bring it back so we can see, who won. But Moose,
it's so awful to have the scoreboard down on a 10, best player night, because they're probably gonna win in this 15 minutes.
yeah, we're gonna re-enable it, and it's gonna be like the Tarantino horror movie where like the zombies are outside, and then they're like, oh yeah, like we just gotta, and then the film like starts to melt, and then when it comes back in, everything's like on fire and everyone's dead. So the scoreboard is going to come back up, and it's going to be a completely different ball game. It's going to be amazing.
Oh boy!
So
I am.
Sorry, go ahead. Nope.
I was going to say we still have Gialdo still doing PHP deserialization, and I just want to point out, like, one of the things I said before, on that login screen where the hamburger is, it specifies a bunch of different languages. So I'm guessing the middleware may not be PHP. It's just a hunch again.
I'm watching Celesian put together a Python script that he has aptly named a.py, but it looks like he has some working proof of concept to do a little regular expression match to pull some data out of the NoSQL database.
A.py is not a bad name for a Python script.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, the easiest thing to type.
You have no clue how many hours I've wasted naming like a script pwn.py or pwntool.py because I was using pwntools, and then when you try to import it, it tries to import itself, and you're just like, why isn't this working? Oh, it's the stupid name of my script. So I fully support a.py in a competition.
And John, this is kind of more your style of CTF, right? Is writing your tooling natively as you go along, as opposed to like using some of the existing off-the-shelf tools, right?
Yes, I think that's both a blessing and a curse for me. Maybe it's a bad habit where I'll just try to crank out a Python script like, hey, I know it can do what I need it to do, and slowly keep refining it. I see him correcting some variables here. But I do see it leaking a little bit. When he was running it earlier, he did have the start of something pulled out.
Nice. And Moose, how about you? Do you tend to lean in one direction more than the other as to using existing tooling or writing your own while you play CTF or CCDC?
Oh, I Frankenstein everything. I will try and merge two existing tools together and just like YOLO until I hit something. It is the saddest thing you've ever seen in your life. I will admit every day of the week. I'm more of a blue teamer. So that's why I love this podcast, is because I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. This is the way you should do that.
The world is definitely built on pipes and double ampersands and everything.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, that's why I appreciate people who build stuff and who put that out there for free, because if you make it searchable, I will find it and use it. That's really where I tend to lean, because and all of it too. So.
And oh my, where does your preference lie? Do you generally use off the shelf stuff, or do you generally write your own?
I like writing my own tools sometimes, but unless it's like a common tool that I should have known existed, like
the scoreboard is on again.
I think when I first started Hack the Box, like when it first came out.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
What happened?
Look at that scoreboard! Oh my god!
3 people to 600 exploitation.
Wow.
Damn.
That's wild.
Celesian's on the board. So only one player not on the board right now. But Celesian off and running now. I was worried a little bit because I was like, like usually he's ripping those flags down, but Giolato still in first at 600, B at 600, exploitation at 600. So definitely strong start. I don't think I've ever seen a CTF come out like this. This is amazing.
Jesus, this is insane.
Everyone's gunning. Everyone wants to win.
Oh boy.
And so, Omai, do you write most of your CTF tools in Python? I know you do a lot of Python research.
Yeah, Python is the way to go. There was one time, when I first started Hack the Box, I turned out I kept writing like little bits and pieces of WFuzz because I didn't know WFuzz existed, and I was like putting it together, and I was like, oh man, here's this cool tool I can use for enumeration. And so I was like, why don't you just use WFuzz? I was like, what's that? And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, my favorite parts of CTFs after finishing everything is going and reading other people's write-ups, because then there's always some new piece of information for me. I can't tell you how many reverse engineering and cracking tools that I learned by reading other people's write-ups. And so I would finish some like reversing challenge and be like, okay, yeah, this is how I did it, easy peasy. And then somebody would be like, oh yeah, like I just had this other tool and it's like one click and done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that. I was like manipulating bytes in memory, and they're like, oh yeah, you just press this button and done.
0xDF definitely has some of the best write-ups I've ever seen.
All right. Pop
Oh, yeah.
pop_EAX. Thank you so much. You tipped, and you send us a message to read here on the live. And he said, I just want to say John Hammond and IPSEC are my idols, and I watch all of your videos. I've learned a lot from both of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, EAX, for tipping us. You all can also tip us and send us a message, and send a message to our narrators and guests and hosts and whatever the fuck you want with the money that you have going on the Twitch store here on UHC. So yeah, those cuties here, IPSEC and John, just got some love.
And so for all of y'all that are presenting and doing research and publishing videos, oh my, you publish a lot of research, you give presentations. IPSEC, John, you publish a lot of videos. How does it feel to have those kinds of interactions from your fan base where you kind of get the broader picture of what kind of influence you're having out in the world? We'll start with Omai.
Oh, I mean, I don't do a lot of videos, but and it's nice to just talk to people. Like I'm more of a Twitter-based person, so I just have conversations or whatever about different aspects of Azure or Python or whatever. And it's easier just to have that like open conversation so everybody can join in. I'm not as video centric as as IPSEC maybe, but it's still like some really good interaction, that live communication. For
sure. But you definitely publish a lot of research, and so I'm always excited to see other people like just randomly like retweet it or like it, and I always am excited seeing that reach that you get with your research.
Yeah, like I think because Azure is like the thing now, so everyone's like, what do we do in Azure? How do I understand Azure in the first place? So
yeah, give Microsoft lots of money.
Just pay someone else.
Got to get that E5.
Yeah.
And IPSEC, how about you when you like on here on UHC and you've got these Brazilian folks that are just like, oh my gosh, like I watch all your videos. Like, what is that like to you?
It's flattering and scary at the same time. Like whenever I do a competition, I no longer use the name IPSEC, and I never use please subscribe at any payload I ever do. Like I'm just always scared of like getting doxxed on a competition. Like, oh my God, I beat IPSEC. Like I'm just as dumb as everyone else. Like I fumble along, and a lot of the videos I show a lot of the fumbling. I cut out some fumbling, so anytime you see me fumble, there's definitely more fumbling involved.
And John, how about for you?
Yeah, I echo that. Like it's fulfilling, it's surreal, but it almost emboldens my imposter syndrome even more. Like I'm just a dude, I'm just a guy. Like I like to talk about it and share it because it's fun. But no, there's so much fail and hacking, and I'm not immune to that whatsoever.
Yeah, both mine and John's superpowers is we just have way too much time.
All right. If we go back to the Discord, Celesian was working on something really cool. So he's got PHP GGC up, and looks like he's managed to fingerprint that he might be able to get a gadget for Symphony, and then he's it looks like he's testing right now and base 64 encoding it the payload to see if he gets the result that he's looking for. So super cool here. Also, welcome back, Moose. Thanks for joining us. I know it's kind of super busy for you right now, so we appreciate the time that you can spend with us.
No, I might just be back and forth. If I go away, just assume that somebody has called my cell phone panicked. So that's the nature of what I do.
We're just glad that you're
No,
alive.
trust me, I need this. Like it's here. I would rather be hacking.
Just
I
tell
think
them to block all
that should be
DML.
like a hashtag. I would rather be hacking because that is just the truth so often. This is
Ooh,
nice.
Kawe just got 600 points, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
4 of them all tied.
Are they all tied? Oh my goodness.
One thing that I just want to point out real quick is the only person that's not on the scoreboard is Alfonso, the one that sits on flags.
Oh, all those flags.
he's like, y'all got 600. Like, watch this. It's just like flags.
We got to keep an eye on him. I'm gonna go to look. Yeah.
Right. Why don't we go take a look? See what Alfonso's up to these
He is
days.
using OWASP Zap, which I
Very
like.
good
He's
idea.
the only one not using Burp Suite. He is
wow.
doing a serialized thing, so he's on the same thing that everyone else is, I think. I don't
Nice.
see what type of gadget he's doing. It doesn't look like he's in PHP gadget change yet. So
Also, I gotta say, they are just in turbo mode tonight. Everybody is like moving super fast. I literally feel like I'm watching a YouTube video on like 2x. I'm not even joking. So I think there is definitely IPSEC, you're onto something with like the balance in the force being shifted with our hosting lineup tonight, especially now that we got Moose on. I think it's just like they've really kicked it into high gear where it's like, okay, now it's for real.
you know who's really sweating right now, though? Not the players.
Me.
No. Here's the one that creates all these challenges. He creates like the box every week.
Oh yeah, Canoe.
Oh yeah,
Right?
he was
Canoe.
just here. He was just here.
Man.
Let me find him in the chat. I put him on screen.
That man
and
is a beast.
Here he
Yes.
is, Carlos Krausek, from actually one of the sponsors, Krausek, and he is the one who has like a Netflix of web pen testing content. And he actually does all of the flags every week, and it's not only for the finals but also for the qualifying rounds, and there are different flags. 3 to 4 flags for the qualifying, plus 3 to 4 flags to the finals as well. So that's a lot of work.
Yeah, he was definitely excited about this finale because he messaged me with a GIF of Elmo with the fire.
That is my favorite gift. I feel like I resonate with that, like on a spiritual level.
Yeah, people have proposed making that the dual core emoji in our Slack at work. But yeah, this is amazing. So we've got how many players now? 4 are at 600, and everyone else is on the board except for Alfonso. And Alfonso looks like he's right up there with everyone else. It just
He is definitely on the board, just not actually there. But you can bet he's on the board. Just so y'all know, is 1,500 points is the number of points that means the person got all the flags plus root. So we're halfway there, y'all.
Based upon that Elmo GIF, I'm going to go on a huge limb here, considering we've seen nothing of the shell. Like once they get a shell, I'm guessing it's going to be a use after free binary exploit. That's just going to piss everyone off.
Oh my goodness. It'll be like, just build an O-Day for Chrome live. Jailbreak this iPhone remotely.
The big secret is this is really just pwn to own.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And, all of the exploits are getting captured and then resold for way more money that will fund UHC for the next couple of years. I do remember that being like not the exploit market side of it, but I remember DEF CON CTFs before they went to like the custom architectures. There was like times when it was like, running on FreeBSD and people would use like FreeBSD O days in the DEF CON CTF. And then somebody would be like, TCP dumping, and they would pull out and end up like reconstructing the O day that had like been used to shell their system in the CTF. So
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of a funny way to leak O days. Not as not as fun as like backdooring some software that gets deployed everywhere, but who am I to who am I to analyze that? Trigger warnings.
I mean, that's just when you like answer the phone and be like, "Ooh, they just want your data. You're fine."
All right, so just reminding everyone, the bets are related to the players' rooms in Discord. So number 1 is Celesian, who we are watching right now. Number 2 is Luska. Number 3, Kawe. Number 4, Caligula. Number 5, Afonso. Number 6, Geolado. 7 is B. 8 is Silvano or Gosh. 9 is Wade. And 10 is Jonathan's exploitation.
Actually, yeah. Sorry.
We just got a flag being submitted.
Getting
Ooh,
it.
Celesian, right?
Celesian, that's the 4th flag for him.
Celesian.
Yeah.
He somehow missed the first flag.
Right.
Is he climbing up now? Where's he at?
Okay,
Yeah,
so here is it going to be a
he's-
binary exploit. He's in Docker right now.
A Docker environment file.
All right, time to bet. I'm betting on Celesian.
Celesian now has 900 points, y'all.
What type of deserialization was it, John? Were you watching?
He was still using GGC to, I think, take advantage of that Symphony, but he did get code execution. I saw the curl come back first, and then he tried to perfect it with that reverse shell.
Nice.
Damn, that's awesome.
So, note
nice.
to
And,
self, if you do UHC, learn PHP.
I feel like if you do any CTF, you're going to run into PHP.
Yeah.
Well, I thought just the whole internet that's built on PHP is the whole CTF. It's IRL CTF.
Oh, and just so y'all know, look at the. Let me share the scoreboard with y'all real quick, because the scoreboard is now insane. We have like almost all of the players with 600 points. And we're not even finished. Yeah. We haven't even finished early game. We are just now finishing early game. Yeah. We are just now ending our first hour of the night.
Still in the first hour. Oh my gosh. And we know that Alfonso is not at the beginning. Alfonso definitely has some flags. He's just not submitted them yet. So all of the players are like all pretty close. Wow.
Oh man.
I think it's interesting that Celesian downloaded Nmap from the internet.
Oh yeah.
Reading anything.
Oh no, he's doing a static build of Nmap because he's in a Docker container and it doesn't have Nmap. So he's doing a static build so he can run it in this Docker to go Nmap the host of the Docker to see if it has any ports up.
Yeah, I get that, but like he didn't do like any normal enumeration first. It's kind of like I don't know, like Nmap is
great for it.
Let you download. But
yeah, it's like a CTF, so it's just like YOLO, like just go. I remember I started at a job and we did an internal operation, and the first thing they were like, "Oh yeah, and I'm just gonna run Nmap," and I'm like, "Why?" Like I've never run Nmap inside of a network before. It's so loud, and they're like, "What? No, you just." I'm like, "What is going on?" Like my brain was breaking. I'm like, "If this is a CTF, sure, like no problem, but it's not a CTF. We're like in a in an actual network."
Ghost 53574 tipped us. Thank you, Ghost. And also said, so nice to see you guys together, especially in Tatey and Ipsec in the same room.
Aww.
What? Yeah, we have a lot of crossovers happening tonight, y'all.
I'm just a fan of everyone else here. That's all.
But last week, I think last week was when you were on, John, right?
Yes, yeah, and that was a Docker Privesk.
Yeah.
The Docker escape, really.
It was Docker.
Wait,
so
did he just get root? Or is he root on his system?
That's on his own machine, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going for Chisel.
And
Did you see that
Moose?
port 4040?
Yeah.
Is that something that I'm just not thinking of? It looked like it had an HTTP response.
Yeah.
It's probably either Spark or ngrok. We'll see what it is.
And sorry, Moose, what were you saying?
Oh, I don't even know.
Sorry.
Sorry. I've been awake for a week. I'm here. No, this is I'm watching the screen and I think I was just agreeing that this was his own route and trying to follow what he's doing. And actually not being able to help myself and Googling other tools at the same time. So don't mind.
Right.
It's like a drug. When you watch someone else do it, because then you're just like, oh, I wonder if this tool would work. And then you go down a rabbit hole on GitHub, and then suddenly you're like, I don't know, is side CTFing a thing? Is okay.
Yeah, we are meta CTFing all up in here for sure. Oh my, what are you seeing right now? What's looking hot to you?
I'm still watching Celesian. I appreciate the fact that he has his GitHub in dark mode. It took me a while to realize what it was for a second. Yeah. I was like, well, what is that? Like, what site is that? And I just realized it was GitHub in dark mode. So 100% appreciation for that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now Silvano has joined everyone else with 600 points as well. And we are still finishing the first hour, y'all. We are not done with the first hour.
There are 6 players with 600 points, it looks like right now.
Yeah, wow.
Is that right?
And Alfonso probably right up in that range too, I bet. And looking up
article.
Yeah, exactly. Looking up the DFHTV right, hack the box right up. Sick.
Too real.
This is how I do it too. I grab my own notes first, and if I don't find it, I'm like, oh, somebody else has it written up. So I'll look up what is it, SnowScan, or look for like an IPSec video, or look up DF or the OX Rick or whatever, and just see like who else has something that's already in the situation that I'm in.
Biscoito underscore is underscore is how you say it, underscore?
Yes.
D. Biscoito underscore D has subscribed to us Prime. So thank you. Welcome. Y'all can also, take the hint and subscribe Prime.
Or just subscribe, and you can watch the replays too.
Subscribe, y'all. Actually, a lot of people are asking, like, where is the last editions here on Twitch? We don't have them here, but we have them on Hacking Esports channel, so you can watch everyone here commenting on last editions as well.
Nice. Yeah, and so here we see Celesian's got their own VPS, so that way you don't have to deal with catching reverse shells through your NAT or your home networking setup. If you've got something even more elaborate, just straight out to the internet, easy peasy. And so now I'm like, where's that Privesk?
Yeah, he's trying to get a chisel up, so a proxy, so he can hit that port 4040, which is weave scope based upon the HTML from the curl, which is a visualization and monitoring tool for Docker/Kubernetes. So
was he hitting the wrong port? I think he hit 4,000. I tried to.
It's 4040.
Yeah. He accidentally typed in 4,000. I saw. I'm like, ooh, that might hurt.
Oh.
I think he had it right, but mistyped the port.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I will say I am guilty of that, where I've made a typo and then I go down the wrong rabbit hole trying to troubleshoot something that is not actually a problem. It's just a typo. Yeah.
So now this is going to leak the other IP addresses of the Docker, probably. I'm guessing WeaveScope, you're not supposed to exploit it, but if you looked on the page, it had multiple containers. So.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow. Here.
Look at that attack surface. I'm in awe right now. This is incredible.
I've never
He's
seen
running.
We're all hacking at its
You know, God is watching y'all looking at Celesian screen all together in Discord while we are also streaming and leaving Alfonso be. You know,
I know, right? I'm just gonna
There's
check on the scoreboard real quick because once I see Alfonso there, it's bad news.
B is alone all by himself. Silvano's alone all by himself. Wade and Exploitation, Jonatas are all there, just sailing around. Caligula also has no one watching them. Look at this. We're all swarmed here on Celesian's screen.
Caligula just hit 600.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yes, nice. All right. Wow, look at that. All those players at 600. Amazing. And one of my favorite memes out of UHC, installing rip grep on your shell. We see the Celesians up in a root shell now. I think still inside of the still inside of the container, it looks like, but they got rip grep. So now once they break out, assumably they should be able to rip grep across the system and find that root flag. Whoa, what's this?
He's got root.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
there's a root.txt in there.
There it is.
Oh, the typo. Oh, the period.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Is that the end of the game already?
No, he's still got to get the first flag.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's brutal.
There we go. Now we get the first one.
That's the first flag.
God
Nice.
damn.
This is
Nice.
insane.
Too much pressure.
So now he's going to do rip grep to look for the flag.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
But
shit!
is it
that was
a curly
amazing.
brace? Should there be, because that last flag was UHC something, right? Before the curly brace.
I'm not positive.
Oh my
Oh, yeah, let's see what we do. We're just
and
waiting.
I've seen I've seen other
the Discord screen.
I've definitely seen other times where they've had the flags that a grep is not going to find it if you just do a UHC and curly brace. Sometimes it's like encoded a different way or there's spacing. So, this is such a brave and like aggressive strategy.
Yeah, I would at least, as I do like rip grep, I'd go back and do like view source of everything.
Or at least go to
Geeky
the
Fest, thank
the
you
web.
for subscribing to us. Tier 1, thank you so much. Y'all can also subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel right now. Do it right now. Right now.
At least
Very-
go back and like the
First.
Yep.
First back attack. He's got to grab that one.
Oh, look at
Is
it.
this
No,
it?
he
Look
grabbed
at
the
it.
third, didn't he?
Oh,
You got the wrong
Yeah, he's got the
flag.
third. There it is. He's got it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
First winner.
Yes.
What a race.
First place. Now there's still
Nice.
two more places open. Second and third.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Celesian
Wow.
has reached 1,500 points tonight, y'all. As the first player to guarantee his place in the top 3 of tonight's match. Ooh, boy, that was freaking fast, and that was all in the first hour, y'all.
Wow.
Wow.
We
My
just
goodness.
now have reached our second hour of the. We just entered mid game, y'all.
And it seemed like Celesian was one of the last people to get to that fourth flag. He just found that PHP deserialization so quick.
He did.
Yeah.
But everyone else seems to kind of be stuck on that. How are they going to end up getting their reverse shell? I'm hoping whatever breakthrough comes through. Who's next?
Yeah, deserialization attacks are beastly. Like that's a skill all in of itself. So
Right. Figuring out like what you need, what library you need to build the gadgets for and everything. I mean, that's some like strong enumeration skills, I feel like.
I think
We are
Gialdo
now
is close.
watching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gialdo's
we are
got
now
it too.
watching Giolado. How do you guys say it? Gialdo.
Gelato?
Gelato?
gelato.
gelato.
Are we just gonna say gelato? Because I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way you say it.
Also, just wanted to call out on the right side there. There's a hack all the things, and I don't know where that came from, but I appreciate it.
Please.
Did Alfonso drop out? Is that true?
He stopped streaming.
Oh yeah, he
did.
just
Aw.
did just drop out. Maybe he has been having connections back in Brazil. Is like is raining a freaking lot. We have summer storms right now happening. Actually, the hosts from the Portuguese live, they almost didn't make it because they were like without electricity in their homes.
Holy
But
smokes.
everything went just right at the right moment.
Yikes. This is why we host in the cloud. And maybe not in the Sao Paulo region.
Oh, did you just get a shot? Nope.
Almost. I feel like they're really close. Like
Yeah, he's
Gelato's
building
really
it.
close.
There's a couple.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like the monologue. I'm unfamiliar with monologue. Any of y'all got experience with that or seen that before?
I
No.
do not.
Is that a no?
We're both like,
I haven't seen it on either side of the fence. So
I thought you meant
I
like
think-
an internal monologue, and I was like, "What is that? I don't understand."
Yeah. Right.
So
I think
Moose
that
is gonna hate me, but
oh no, why?
if you Google monologue PHP, the fourth result is SolarWinds documentation.
oh.
There are certain things that I can't talk about right now. That's one of them.
No one said the words or the word. Can you consider SolarWinds one word or is it two words?
It's one.
Yeah. Yeah. I
There
know
are
it's
also
realistically two.
a lot of similar words that will trigger tears.
So it looks like
Lunar-
monologue may be some framework for sending log files for PHP.
You know what I can say is that hurts, but then also like this week and I hope companies don't like take a break from what they were gonna do already securing their systems, because the ransomware threat actors have been busy. And I mean like busy right before the holidays. I'm swamped. So and I like that's both sides of the coins. So yeah, spiders hurt me right now too. All of it hurts. Everything hurts, and
No-
everything. hurts and
No
I'm
rest for the weary.
dying. No.
Yeah. I wonder then if maybe they, Gelato is kind of going with the wrong library for generating gadgets, because it looks like they're kind of trying to egress bust, right? Like they're setting up their listeners on very common ports that you should be able to egress out of. I saw 53 earlier. Now we see 443, but they're not catching the shell.
Oh,
He
just
hasn't
so y'all
actually-
know, just so y'all know, all the players now have 600 points.
Nice.
He hasn't actually tested that his shell is working externally. I don't know if this is like an EC2 instance like Celesian was using, but it could be like he's doing the correct attack, but he had a firewall up. Like if you look above, he just disabled UFW.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, and so this is a situation where something like ngrok or having a VPS on the public internet can definitely save you these troubleshooting headaches of figuring out networking problems. You just have a direct connection that magically works
Yeah.
by magic of the internet.
Gsocket's another really cool one, like ngrok, except more
nice.
for pen testers.
Nice. I have not seen GSOC. I will add that to my list.
I have ngrok a ton. Oh yes, I do know monologue. Never mind.
Oh, look at the scoreboard, y'all.
Did it? Is somebody else back?
Oh my
Luzka.
God, Luzka just got 1,000 points out of freaking nowhere.
Damn.
Go
Was anyone
Luzka.
watching? Did we miss it?
Yeah, let's jump on to
No.
Luzka and see what's going on.
Looks like he's running linpeas now, so he's doing the enumeration that
Celesian just skipped over. I got a Docker real quick.
Oh man, big fan of linpeas and linpeas as well.
colors make everything so much better to see. Like the number of times I've used like Linenum and just like breezed over something important.
Yeah.
I like how unexpected files en route. Docker env and flag 2.
Put these here.
That's when you know this was created by a CTF player.
Right. You need like a CTF branch of WinPs that's like expected files en route. Yeah, wow. Luska just hopped past everybody. Amazing. I'm curious. Let's see.
He did that the week that I was on with you all too, though. Luska is a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like 17 years old.
How old is Celesian?
I
Also
think
17?
the same. I think he's also 17.
And it's also important to note, like, all these players, I think, have their own isolated instance in AWS, I believe. So he's not going to see any of Celesian's like artifacts that he put on the box.
Yes, they
Oh,
do.
right. Yeah, good point. I have definitely pillaged other players' winnings, the reapings that they have sowed. I have definitely pillaged those to use to advance myself in CTS. So good point, where it's not just Luska being super good at looting somebody else's work.
And it's also pretty obvious he doesn't listen to the stream, at least our stream, because we were talking about Nmap and all those things for a while. And
yeah, I remember last week Celesian had the Twitch stream on in the background, but I think it was on just the Brazilian podcast. I don't think it was on the US one. But not that he needed it, because he tore through all the challenges in like an hour and a half. Oh yeah, and that's that. So question for y'all. How many of y'all still default to netstat instead of SS?
Absolutely.
I'll use IP and get away from ifconfig, but I'm still using netstat rather than SS.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use SS all the time now.
Really?
Oh, okay.
What made the switch? Just setting it as like force habit? Like,
no,
alias,
I just like
alias netstat equals SS.
I really don't like netstat's output. Like the whole IP and SS binary to make it so much easier to script with, I enjoy. So like I am known for writing really, really, really bad middleware between things. So any type of like system binary that helps me write bad middleware, I'm all for. Like with ifconfig, like I hate doing grep, then like -A2, like to get the IP address.
Mhm.
So with the IP command, you can just get the IP with the brief command. It's so much better.
Absolutely, yeah, and I've definitely turned the page on using IP instead of ifconfig, but I'm on the cusp of default going to SS. I'll start typing netstat, and then I'll be like, oh wait, and like backspace, and then SS dash NTLP or whatever. But yeah, I'm like, I haven't just immediately, involuntary reflex gone to SS quite yet. I'm almost there. All right, so we are watching Luska right now, who is in a strong second place, currently at 1,000 points, with 1,500 being the max. So they basically are just hunting down this last flag. They are in a shell. Luska's in a shell as the www-data account, which usually runs the web applications or the web server. And they are looking to probably privask and break out of the Docker container that they're in to get that last flag. We saw Celesian do this just a bit ago, but Celesian had missed the first flag, and so had to go back for it. But Luska has collected all of the flags thus far, so once Luska makes it out of the Docker container, then it'll be just one more flag to catch.
Did Luska play last week or not?
No, I don't remember. I think he did not.
John, do you happen to remember? I do not recall.
I don't think he did, to be honest, but I'm not positive. We're all bad. Goodness.
2020, last week was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, just a quick reminder here. The first three players that get all flags plus root will take prizes tonight. So that's why we haven't finished yet, since Celesian already got first place, because we have 2 more places to go, second and third. And they all will take very amazing prizes from Hack the Box home. Including a VIP Plus account, a Pro Lab account, and 1,000 Academy cubes. So thank you so much, Hack the Box, for all the cool swag for the kids tonight, and for allowing us to have prizes for all 3 of them, because we usually just give prizes to the first player of the night, the winner of the matches. So yeah, if you don't know Hack the Box yet, and you're out there watching us, just please do yourself a favor and go research what Hack the Box is. If you like CTF, that's the place to be. You should just go there and play around and have the best of the times.
You get to play a CTF to get a Hack the Box account. And I personally am a huge fan of the platform. It has helped me a lot with learning. I had basically almost no Windows hacking skills other than just APIs and writing and reversing malware. But as far as like actually like hacking Windows stuff, I knew pretty much nothing. And I bought a Hack the Box VIP Plus account and or subscription, and I can spin up the retired machines at my own leisure. And if I get stuck somewhere where I don't know something, I can follow a walkthrough if I need to. And it's kind of like a fast track to learning. It's been super great. So huge fan of the platform.
For those arriving just now, asking where you can watch again, it's going to be available here on Twitch for a while, and then it's going to go to the Hacking Esports channel on YouTube. And I would like also to thank Kraussek. For those who were not here at the beginning, Kraussek is the company from Cadu, the narrator on the Brazilian live, and also the maker of all of those flags that we're watching tonight. So he is just amazing. And Kraussek has a lot of content for those who like pen testing and web hacking and all of that. So if you would like to learn a bit more, and you actually speak Portuguese, because all of their things are in Portuguese, you can go there, or you can just stay with us till the end, where we're gonna join with our Brazilian friends, and you can all meet Cadu.
Yep, and for those of us joining us for the first time or who haven't stayed on to the end, the format is that once the CTF ends, we raid into the Brazilian channel, but then we do a walkthrough, or essentially like a debrief of what the flags were and how to solve these challenges. And there's both English and Portuguese. So you get the explanations of what we've been seeing the players fight through all night. John, you just pointed out that B is really close to a shell. So let's hop over to B.
Yeah, B just corrected it. He was using ngrok a little bit to get his shell accessible, or at least his listener.
Nice.
And he just got, I think that's what, flag 4? Yeah.
Yeah, he just submitted, and he also earned 1,000 points in our scoreboard now, y'all.
Nice.
All right.
It's getting
the race continues.
Yeah. Wow.
Lutzka
All right,
and
so
B.
Lutzka and B at 1,000.
I feel bad for Gelato because like I'm watching his screen and he keeps trying to send his call back to the wrong port.
Oh no!
Like,
No!
I think he would have had it because he was trying to do 8080, but then he was listening on port 808.
Oh no!
And then like every subsequent request is just going to the wrong port. And I feel.
Can you see like the web app just hanging, like trying to get to something, but it never does?
Well, no, it comes back, but the web page is fine.
Yeah.
But I can see that he's requesting the wrong port, and his listeners on the wrong port.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Doing so
yeah, I see it in the command there. Oh man, and this is kind of like what we talked about a little bit earlier. Was one typo can end up sending you down the wrong rabbit hole because you don't realize that it's just a typo that's the issue, and instead you're trying to troubleshoot something that you think is a bigger problem, but really it's just one key was off. The old PEBCAC problem exists between keyboard and chair. Yeah, 10872. Oh no, nope. All right. All right, so we're watching Gelato, and yeah, see, we just saw Gelato change the library that they're going to generate gadgets for, and they're second guessing an aspect that it seems like they previously had correct. They may not need to second guess. So, and for those of us that weren't with us in the early part, Gelato came out of the gate on like turbo mode. I think Gelato was the first one to 600, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, I've definitely been in this position too, where I come out rapid fire, I collect some flags early on, and then I kind of stall. And that's like a very demoralizing, I don't know, experience for me personally. Have any of you ever had that kind of experience before?
All the time.
Yes, that's my life. You're explaining in a nutshell. The reverse of this too, though, is like if you're looking at this, like if this is say that this were professional hacking and somebody was doing this and maybe on the wrong listening port or getting the port wrong, you can throw an investigator for a loop for a good couple of hours going, wait, is this open? What's there? What is happening here? Like, why are they trying to hit this? And it's actually very humorous on this end too, because then you both get to go down the rabbit hole. You just don't realize it. So, and I have seen that quite a bit. So it happens on both sides.
Yeah. So from the defense side, is what you're talking about, seeing like attackers try to connect to, maybe the wrong port, but you see that a connection was attempted to a particular port, and then you as the investigator wonder what was listening at that port, what's going on there.
Yeah, or like I'll see live connections. So like especially since we're looking at the Linux side right now, like I'll do netstat peanut and see established connections, and I'll go, oh, this is established bad, but wait, what the hell? Why this port? Like what is going on here? And really the answer is nothing. Nothing is going on here, but it will make me think for a while, and I'll think I'm crazy when I'm looking at some of this stuff. And a lot of times it's just a bad bot, but it does throw me from time to time when I see something connected that just makes no sense. This is a lot closer. This is just one of those that I've done this before. What's happening on screen where you've got everything but that one piece right, and it's just a bear to troubleshoot.
Ooh, look who got 1,000 points in the scoreboard, y'all.
Who?
It is B.
Oh, what's up, B?
I may have to switch back to netstat. I've never heard someone say netstat peanut, and I admire their flags. Netstat may be better than SS right now.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm blushing now. Like I can't. I need to hide my video.
I've always done ton P, and I was like, oh yeah, netstat ton P. I never figured out that anagram for netstat peanut.
I did ANTP when I did netstat. We all have the same exact arguments.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was the easiest thing for me to remember was, oh, peanut.
Oh my goodness.
There needs to be like a Gordon Ramsay meme of this now.
What are you? I'm a netstat P.
Yeah, that's what I was exactly thinking. What do you run?
Oh my goodness. All right. So yes, welcome for everybody who is joining us for the first time, and also first time checking out a CTF. That's amazing. You should definitely play. It is way more fun to play CTF than it is to watch it. And one of the things that always kind of held me back from playing CTF was that I was worried that I just wasn't good enough. I didn't have enough experience in playing CTF. And honestly, it still kind of manifests that day. But I promise you, there's some challenges out there that you can solve. There are things that you can look up at your favorite search engine. There's a way forward. And by failing, you learn what doesn't work. And by succeeding, you learn some things that do work, and you build foundations, and you build a bigger bag full of tricks that you can reach into. So definitely start playing CTF, maybe even UHC if you're so inclined. But But thank you for joining us regardless.
Yeah,
All right,
I mean,
y'all. It is now picture time. So
Oh
y'all
my
gonna
goodness.
see us making a sweet little weird pose for the internet. And if you want to take a screenshot, now is the perfect time.
What do? I didn't plan for this. Ipsec, can I trade you?
There you
Can
go.
I have your 0?
All right, are y'all ready?
No.
You better be, because I'm gonna take the print very quickly.
My first drink was empty.
All right, and screenshot. There you go.
I was trying to find my bag of lemonade.
I like your little hand drawn smiley face, Ipsy.
that was the fastest I could do that. I was like, oh god.
Lemonade was a popular drink, and it still is.
Hey, that's okay. I think you got that. There's no other response.
Thank you, MCOMI.
I can tell Ipsec's not a Beyonce fan.
So yeah. Also, oh my, you got new music coming out, right?
If you want to call it that, it's I'm releasing a country song either tonight or like by tomorrow morning. It depends.
That
I kind of want to go
pretty
like
good to me.
kind of want to go drink, and by go drink I mean like stay drink and
Yes.
and watch some wrestling.
So you're doing like the reverse
Well-
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Didn't she start country and then move away from it?
Like I don't know who else did that. What's her face? Somebody from
Macklemore?
Disney. I don't know.
Gaga?
Miley Cyrus,
I don't
maybe?
think-
I don't know.
I don't really count Miley Cyrus as going into rap. I don't know if that counts. I mean,
If it
She
gets you
tried
on a
pushing.
wrecking ball, I'd support it.
yeah.
Oh, you were talking about
And
rap.
you like
I
the
thought you were like
rap
started at
and
country
roll.
and then went the other way around.
And so, MCOMI, it's your birthday today. If there was not a pandemic, what would you be doing on your birthday ideally?
I would be at the arcade playing Pump It Up because that is what I do in my spare time. It's like on my job, actually. It's like on my current job. So it was yeah, I'd be there and then I'd probably go to one of my favorite bars and hang out with friends like Shubzilla and Bill Beats
what
and others.
Are you at a barcade that has Killer Queen? If so, I'm jealous.
So there is one. I've never played it. I know there's like a pinball arcade up here in Seattle. And
Oh,
there's definitely
yep.
Killer Queen.
That's actually what Killer Queen I think started, isn't it?
Dude, that's awesome.
Actually, I don't know anything about it other than I've seen it. So I have no idea.
Next HotchCon, that's on the list.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to make the excursion. We're all going to be at HushCon, once it's safe. And so we've got to make the excursion.
Yeah. It should be December next year, Seattle. So fingers
what
crossed. Yeah.
Aren't we violating the rule of HushCon right now?
Is
Can't talk about it.
it's fine. Everything's fine.
Hey. I've been through 8 years of HushCon. I'm allowed to violate the rule of HushCon, maybe. I don't know.
And I've seen you at the
It-
past like 4 of them, and you've never recognized me.
I don't know.
You don't look like Zero in person.
Everybody
could've,
is drunk. We don't recognize anyone. That's the rule of HushCon.
I think I've seen you at the last 2, Moose.
Last one.
Okay. You were definitely
Yeah.
the last one.
Yes. Well, obligated at that point.
Aw.
Yeah.
Except for one of
I
the,
was in my first one. What was it? Last year?
And in December.
2019?
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
In December.
Where I gave a talk, y'all. I gave a talk.
You did, and it was
that's right.
amazing.
I almost threw up
Speaking
on
of talk.
stage because I was still not speaking English as you're listening to me right now.
No, you did great.
Yeah, your
Ipsec
talk
showed
was
up at one of the security talks up here, and I still don't recognize him.
Wait, what? I did a security talk?
It was at Brian Breaks.
Oh, yeah.
And I still don't know what you look like. I was there. So
Yeah, I went there after us.
All right, so we're looking at exploitation, which I forget, what is their real name again? Jonathan something?
Jonatas. It has
Jon-
an S at the end. Jonatas. You can say Jonathan since João Ribeiro is not here, so you can
Jon-
mispronounce his name.
Jonathas Rivers.
No,
We need Joel
this is-
here. We need
this is-
Joel here so that,
Yeah, we need Joao.
I mean, just because
Wow.
he's not here doesn't mean he won't hear this still. I mean, it is the internet.
that's true. That's true. He probably is listening right now.
We miss you. We miss you, Joao.
We've said his name 3 times, maybe. If we said it correctly. I don't know how Beetlejuice rules apply to here if we say the name wrong.
Well, hopefully
The
he
trick
just
is you have to
manifests the
say it
show
like-
magically.
Yeah, you have to say it like Matthew McConaughey. It's wow,
Yeah. Wow.
wow.
But you have to be driving a Lincoln while you do it.
Yeah.
By the way, Lincoln, you owe me some money for that plug.
You can call the kid Jonathan Fields because his Brazilian name is Jonatas Fio.
So
Nice.
we're on Luska's stream, and
Yeah.
he's the 4th person I've seen use this OXDF chisel guide so far.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's probably been more and I just missed it. But everyone that's got on this has started using chisel, and every single one went to OXDF hack stuff.
But Chisel is a jam, though, right? It's such a good tool to drop in and help you pivot. Yeah, got the 4040 port, hitting it. Oh, come on. Let's get
Close to
this.
getting set up, yeah. No one else is at 1,000, so it's just B and Luska in this race.
Yeah. Wow. And, you know, we got to say, like, at least I have to say, I'm always impressed by the players just crushing it, because even as a host right now, I'm just like, oh, yeah, like, this is like, maybe you just do this, maybe you do this. The players are like under the gun in competition with a bunch of other players, and they know that the entire internet is watching them right now, every single move that they make. So big ups to the players doing this. Come on, Luska, we got you.
The thing I'm most curious about is when we watched Celesian do this, he did something, got like a root shell on the web browser, and then forwarded the shell to the terminal and wasted like 10 minutes trying to get that working and hunting. When I think he could have just all done it from the web browser.
Yeah,
So
I think if you just opened it,
I think if you just type cat root.txt, it would have worked like 10 minutes before.
But then where's the drama in that? You lose 10 minutes of amazing screen time.
Sure, it's about the showmanship.
Exactly.
He's got to get the shell, show all the things.
There you
Yes. There's got to be the, like, are you not entertained?
go. It's an art.
Yes, it is. It's an art.
That's my argument whenever anybody watches me do anything. I'm like, if I got it right the first time, it would be such a short show. We can't do that.
Yes.
I get paid by the hour here. Come on.
One of my other favorite arguments at work is if they didn't want me to do that, then they wouldn't have let me do that. So it's like, you know, like, oh, like why did you root that system? It's like, well, you know, they had like a SUID binary. It's like, yeah, but like you shouldn't have rooted the system. You should have just like reported it. It's like, well, if they didn't want me to root the system, they wouldn't have put the SUID binary there.
Things not to say when you do a denial of service.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, so obviously we're in the grounds of like not disrupting or damaging the business, but you know, sometimes some people are a little bit more touchy about what the scope of work really is, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I want to test detection and response, and so I'm like, let me just like dump the database and exfil it, you know. And they're like, no, you shouldn't even have root. Like, well, if they didn't want me to have root, they wouldn't have let me have root.
I will say this past, it was two or 3 weeks ago. I'm losing track of time. First time in my career I've ever had a client. So we do my break at work is if I do red team, blue teams instead of leading IRs. And so I had one the other week, and I got really lucky that I was leading this red team, blue team for a client. And I heard over the phone, "Ooh, can you hit that again?" And I was like, "Wait, really?" Same client, like best client ever. I'm like, usually the blue team gets mad, and they're all on the side where the blue team ending it was just like, maybe I'll red team more. And I'm like, I didn't want to make this a recruiting thing to take your team away from you. And then put a beacon here. Oh, okay. So
I think I would have hung up from that call and just been so disappointed. Like there was so many good comebacks I could have made when he said, like, "Can you hit that again?" Like,
I had
maybe
to put
one more
myself on
time. I
mute.
don't know.
Yeah, Britney Spears on it. That's exactly where my mind went.
Well, I had to keep myself on mute because I will say things like that. I'll also say other things which are not what I've been told professional. So I stay on mute until I've thought about what I'm going to say. But this was also the nice blue team that, it wasn't a war game. So it was like mostly to find the holes. So I told them in advance, I was like, we're not containing systems. We're just going to let them run. And they were like, well, can we block this hash like normally we would, but we don't want to disrupt so-and-so's job. He's doing so well. And I was like, wow, this is the nicest blue team ever. You don't want to crush the red team. like, he's doing so well. So those clients exist. I just hadn't found one yet. And usually the scope is you can touch one machine. Oh, by the way, only scan it. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
did you like codename that client? It's Brittany, bitch.
Yeah. I should. They were a dream.
All right. So let's see. Oh, we were looking at Kawe. Now we're looking at Caligula's. Caligula's?
Is he about to get a shell?
Yeah. I'm just bouncing. I'm just bouncing around while you all have a nice chat.
I was jumping around the channels a little bit, and it looked like everybody was still trying to do the PHP GCC thing, except I think Wade was the only person like not doing it. It's like everybody else had it on their screen or like in the browser at some point. So I think everyone's on the same page. It's just getting it right.
Kuwai's figured it out and is looking up deserialization and remote code execution right now. So Kuwait might be close.
Luska's fighting with Chisel right now, trying to get the syntax right, I think.
Yep.
I think he knows. I don't know why he's going to put 4444 instead of 4040. But
see, now I want to go use Chisel because I might be the only one on this call that hasn't used it. I've used ngrok, but not Chisel. Although I haven't done much with Docker, admittedly, from the attack side, just from the defense side. So is Chisel better with containers?
Chisel's just proxy. So anything you can do with like a SSH proxy, you can do through Chisel.
Nice. Okay.
And it's written in Golang, so you can literally build it into whatever architecture you need. So if you land on some random system, you should be able to build it out into a binary that will run on that system.
Okay. That's kind of sexy.
I've ran it on a printer before.
Have you really? My hero?
All right. In this thread, the strangest place you've ever run Chisel. And oh my, we'll start with you.
Oh, what's up? I missed the question.
The strangest place you've ever run Chisel.
I've only ever run it in CTFs.
Yeah, same for me.
There's no place in like Azure to run Chisel.
Were you hoping to get like a green eggs and ham story with Chisel?
I ran Chisel.
I've been on a printer, on a router, on a computer, on a phone.
I think the answer is this didn't result in an install of Doom. You're doing it wrong.
Right, exactly right. Yeah, I used Chisel on an IP camera to run Doom from the IP camera, and then I used the IP camera as the first-person shooter or something like that.
Maybe you could run it one of those digital pregnancy tests.
Yes, that was so good. Who was that did that? 4octets?
I think it was.
Did 4 do that?
There was somebody on Twitter did like they took a digital pregnancy test and they ran Doom on it, and it was amazing. And like running Doom on whatever you get a shell on is like the new, proof. That's like the level. I forget. There's a term for it, but that's like your level of like I actually hacked this thing. And so yes, running Doom is how you determine that you actually hacked the thing through and through.
Oh,
And-
we are watching now Geolado's screen. He got 1,000 points as well. So now we have Luska, B, and Geolado with 1,000 points.
All right. I got a good feeling for Gelato here. I feel like Gelato's got a pretty good nose for sniffing out kill chains. And so now that Gelato has moved past this blocker, I think it's in good shape. Oh, Foon or Phone. I'm not sure how their name is pronounced, but yes, thank you, Ghost, in the chat. But yes, running Doom on the pregnancy test is like the next level for sure.
That sounds like something Foon would do. There's also the picture out there of somebody who rigged up 50 potatoes just to run
Doom.
Yes. And that's where I started trolling DEF CON. I was like, do we have Potato Hacking Village yet? Because I want some tater tots with my hacking, please.
Potato Hacking Village.
You didn't happen. It would be amazing.
It would.
I mean, ShmooCon kind of tried to do that with like the SpudCon competition, which
not
ended
wrong.
horribly.
And no one was disappointed.
I think Bruce was.
Oh, poor Bruce.
Yeah, but he also has screamed out "Battle My Firewall" and been printed on a T-shirt.
I should have that shirt on. I had that shirt on yesterday. You know we made shirts, right? Have you seen them?
Oh yes, I'm
Oh,
very
okay.
well familiar with the "Battle My Firewall" T-shirts.
Okay, good. He hates them so much.
Yes, exactly. So that's what really gives it the life, right? Is like
Yes.
if the other person hates it, then like you're doing the right thing.
There's such a good XKCD comment with what Luska's trying to do. For the past 3 minutes, he's been trying to unzip Chisel.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
no.
It ends in .gz and not tar, and he's just baffled right now.
How do I mute?
Oh my god, that pain.
Yes. For a real life example, I had a malware sample that I had reversed and written up, and my manager said, "Can you send me what you got currently?" And I said, "Yep." And I sent it to him. And this was after DEF CON, where I had been awake for like 6 days, and I was like, "Yep, here you go."
Oh my god!
B?
Wait a minute!
B?
B.
Did B?
B. He's our second winner of the night,
Wow.
y'all.
We completely missed it.
1,500 points.
Nice.
Damn.
Yes.
Heck
We
yeah.
have our
Congratulations. Pada
second
Baines.
winner. We have our second winner of UHC tonight. Here's his screen. And yeah, I completely
biggest
forgot we're
grin.
not streaming. And all right, and we are just now reaching late game. So B1 on mid game, and we are just now going for our third hour of the night. Celesian won in our first hour. Now B won the second hour. And it's in between Luska and Gelado with 1,000 points in the scoreboard. I mean, anyone can actually go after the final place, the third place of tonight's match. But I mean, Jesus, this is insane.
This has been a wild time.
Alfonso's gonna come back and win.
Yes, Alfonso drops in all the flags.
I think Luska's finding a different place to download Chisel that doesn't end in .gz.
I think so. That's what I'm watching right now.
That's one way to solve it.
I'm not gonna lie, if I were in that boat, like I'm so glad that I've never been watched as I do this, because literally I would be split screening with YouTube over here. Like I have no shame. I would have YouTube up. So.
We have like you would see like I'd be like alt tab to IPSEC videos.
I'm just really waiting for him to somehow like, I give up on GZ. I'm going to compile this with Go and start installing Golang in the container.
Yep. Making it work. And I mean, we've definitely seen players install things, so I would not be surprised to see somebody set up Golang inside their environment and just go.
Yeah.
Unforced 3 times.
That's Hulk smashing it, and I approve.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you. I'm all about the bad jokes, mainly because Marina is married to me now, so she's stuck with them.
Oh, hooray to me. I'm so fucking lucky.
Is that why you're in 2 separate rooms right now?
You know, because otherwise it would be the Thunderdome and only one person would walk out alive,
Yeah.
and it would be Marina.
You can notice how she has the better room of the two.
Yes.
Yes.
She has started to dominate. This is mine.
Jesus, y'all. You know, I'm actually very sweet. Not.
You know, just yesterday we were walking, taking a nice leisurely walk in the neighborhood, which you can check on Marina's Instagram at Marina Ciavata. And she.
Oh yes, I
topic
followed
of the topic of conversation was how many times Marina could stab me before I got away.
Oh my god.
That is actually true.
I posited once. I thought like you would get one stab, and I was fast enough that I could get away. And she was
It depends where the stab is, honestly. Like, if she stabs you in the butt, like, good luck
There
moving.
you go. That's what I
That's
said.
a pretty big muscle that's
is
required
what
to
I said.
move.
He was like, "Oh no, you can't stab me fast enough. I'm faster than you. I'm stronger than you." And like, I'm like, "Do you realize that I am a physical pen tester, and no security guard has ever confronted me because they never saw me coming, and they never saw me leaving, and they never saw me coming back for more."
David,
So-
test your kidneys is what I'm hearing, and you only have 2.
Yes, and
careful.
I might need to donate one. So I need both of them.
Yes.
This is
I'm
interesting.
sorry, I love you, husband. Just for the record, just for the broadcast Twitch.
Right. Yes. If I get stabbed, it's not by Marina. It's probably by myself. Oh
No,
my. Sorry, you were
exactly.
saying.
Luska I was trying to base 64 encode the binary to copy
Yes.
over.
He's getting
Yes.
desperate.
G Auto did netstat-lput instead of peanut.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you'll never think of it that way again. Like, I have given a gift.
There is only netstat peanut.
There
That's
is
it.
only netstat peanut.
This is the way.
I
Why are you using netstat, not SS? Because SS doesn't have a peanut command, obviously.
Right. Let's see. All right. So we're currently looking at Luska. I'm watching Gelato on my screen.
Using Python 2 for shame.
Yeah. don't even joke about that. Boo for Python 2. Gelato is in the Docker container at the www-data account, but working on the breakout. And this is something I talked about with Marina earlier. Is we don't know what the players' skill sets are. It's very challenging to make a CTF when you have 10 players that have all different skill sets. So you might have somebody that's really good at one thing and not that great at other things. And that CTF just happens to play to their strengths. And I think that's kind of what Celesian was saying previously, was he won that one CTF, the UHC, a couple weeks ago in like 35 minutes because he had just happened to play something very similar on Hack the Box. And then he just had that fresh that he could work his way through the challenges that happened to be very close to what he had just played. So
He can only use that excuse so many times. He better not say that again.
Oh my god, you're gonna give this kid nightmares.
Yeah, so that's a very good point. I've definitely played challenges where they are rated at a higher difficulty and higher points, and I just happen to be good at that particular challenge. I've got the bag of tricks built out for that particular domain, and I can cruise through it. But then in a different challenge that's very easy and most people get it, faster than I do, I just don't have experience there, and so it's definitely a I don't know, a variety issue. I feel like where you have challenges in making a CTF that kind of exhibits the difficulty in a fair way. So John, I'm sorry.
I'm looking at Kau's screen. Did they just get root?
Oh, let's check on Kawe.
Kawe. I'm just butchering everybody's name.
Oh yeah, no
we
worries.
get into a container.
Yeah, he got.
What am I? I'm just looking at the notes, so I saw it pop up 100 points.
Oh, he just got up in the scoreboard. He is now with 1,000 points as well.
Oh, nice.
Let's go, Kawe. That's
up
my boy
there.
right there.
Ooh, so we are 10 minutes away from late game, y'all. And we only have one more spot in our in our winners hall for tonight's match. And it's now in between Luska, Geolado, and Kawe. All of them with 1,000 points. They just need one more flag, I guess, or two, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's one, right? Because they already have all of them have the easy flag. It's just the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am baffled by how much Luska is overcomplicating this. Like he had a reverse shell, and then he went back to his deserialization attack and made his deserialization attack download chisel. Instead of doing it from the reverse shell. Like he's so like frustrated right now with this one task. It's like the danger of doing something live.
And
wait, I think he got it.
Yeah,
Oh
my goodness!
I read on Luska.
Luska has now ran chisel. Let's see if he goes straight to port 4040 or goes to 4,000.
No, he's going to 4444.
Why 4444? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. All right.
He's used to interpreter.
Yep, he's used to
Right, exactly.
By the way,
yeah.
easiest low-hanging fruit for investigators is that right there.
Yes, yeah. Look for like the sequential port numbers 4444, 5555.
3333 is crypto mining. That's typical. Yep.
Nice. Also, like I feel like a very strong signal is if you ever see pty.spawn running. Like if you ever see pty.spawn, I've never seen that used in a legitimate way. That is like something bad is going on.
Well, that's the same thing where I forget who I was talking to the other day. They were like, "Well, Mega isn't always bad," and I'm like, "If you find Mega in a corporate environment, it's bad." Like,
yeah, right. Who's using that? Like. In the best case, like you just need to go have a conversation with that employee.
It's usually not that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's usually not that. Like they're not. It's not going in. So
MCO my, it's your birthday. What are you drinking tonight?
Lemonade.
So still a popular drink.
Lemonade?
I was supposed to go to the store yesterday and I didn't. I was supposed to pick up some Fireball and some Crown Apple, but I did not. So now I'm just stuck with the lemonade. I also have some Crystal Light. So I mean, I don't know if I really want to get crazy.
Fancy.
Oh my god! You know what? I never ever had. I never had eggnog.
How?
Ooh.
I'm from Brazil. That's not a thing back there.
Do you have coquito in Brazil, or is that just Puerto Rico?
What's the name again?
Coquito is like coconut eggnog.
Oh no, I don't think we do it. I never heard about it.
I've never heard of that, and I'll be honest. The first time you said that, I thought you said cookie dough. I was like, "How did we get from
I also heard cookie dough.
Hi, I'm from Florida.
Our cookies come pre-baked in Brazil.
Sorry. No, there's two versions of eggnog. There's the normal version and there's coquito. And coquito is a coconut version that I know at least in Puerto Rico you make coquito around the holidays. And if you like coconut, it's delicious. So, and you can make it at home.
I would like to know though, what the heck is an eggnog?
6 egg yolks whisked together with sugar, and then
No, it's we call our heads our noggins, and so it's when you take eggs and you break them on your
Can I
head, and
just
then you
mute him?
drink it.
I'm gonna mute him.
Ew.
There
I
you
liked
go.
it.
Now
I
you can.
appreciated it.
Ew.
Keep
I just
going.
need eggnog.
Keep
So
going, Muse.
I was so close.
I wish
She was gonna
that-
believe.
I wish that you lived closer. I would make some for you. The answer is lots of booze, eggs and lots of booze, and some vanilla extract. Sprinkle cinnamon. It's good.
What kind of booze, though?
Whiskey or
goes-
bourbon?
What?
Whiskey or bourbon?
Oh, and like, are the eggs like, are they a foam thing?
You do. So what you do is you whisk the eggs together first, and you heat up cream in a separate pot, and you do what's called tempering the eggs. So you like slowly spoon the hot liquid into the eggs, so you're not cooking them. And then you add the eggnog in, and you whisk it really, really well, and that's what makes it thick, but not like scrambled eggs.
That sounds like disgusting, but I want to try.
Delicious. It's so good.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Luska's now struggling with trying to get a chisel call back. I think he's having some network issues of where to send the chisel to.
It's one of those times where you go like map out what your network is trying to look like.
Yes.
So it makes more sense.
Yeah.
I see him
I
going
do
to
that
the right
sometimes
port,
with
though.
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Moose.
I was gonna say he's going to the right port though. He's going to 4040 now, so he did fix that.
But yeah, I definitely going back to Omai's point, I definitely do sometimes take a pause and map out like what should my tunnels be looking like right now, and use that to like work through like what am I actually running in comparison to what my tunnels should look like.
Yeah. And I like Celesian's approach of just doing AWS and saying, hey, anything can get to this thing. This thing's wide open. It's a routable IP. I'm just going to work off of this.
See, yeah, he's trying to run 4040. Is that he's trying to run a server on 4040 where the application's already running, as opposed to like forwarding the port to 4040?
So that chisel command
let you do that?
is it's going to set up a dynamic thing, I think. So
See, I missed it.
it doesn't exactly
I
matter.
couldn't tell.
I was watching Kawe, who is also moving along pretty well. Kawe's got a netcat binary, static binary put into their container, but I guess it's not running. Now they're running LDD. This is weird.
So
He's
Chisel
looking for,
will
like-
allow you to run a server on the same port as something that already exists.
One is connecting, one is listening.
Right. So his server, which is in the container, right? He's trying to listen on 4040.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what
On
it
the
looked like
screen.
with Luska. Yeah, weird. Oh, interesting. Well, why don't we bounce down to Gelato? John, you were watching Gelato. Was anything cool going on down there?
I was watching him, but I admittedly haven't seen a whole lot of action. I don't know.
He was mainly going over Lin P's output, I believe.
Yeah, and it looks to still be what he's on, but I haven't seen much movement.
Huh. All right. Appreciate the hack all the things again. But you gotta go hack all the things. You're almost there, Gelato. You can do it. Come on. I believe in you.
You can do it. You can do it.
Bye.
So close.
Exploitation's still trying to get a shell. Wade, I think, is still doing deserialization as well, trying to get a shell using ngrok. Giotto is doing the Lin P's output. I think he's looking for like, I don't know exactly what he's looking at, but this is definitely Lin P's output. Caligies, I think, did he have a shell? No, he's still trying to get a shell.
There have been a lot of choke points in this one. Like
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah,
kind of hits the wall at the same time.
KU is still trying to get, he's got a shell. He's looking over Lin P's output right now, focusing in on some keyring files that could allow him to decrypt files on the box, but it was just app things. So just, yeah, nothing really there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's I mean, everyone is like so close. They're almost there. So it's all. I feel like it's pretty much anyone's game, especially Luska, Gelato, and Kawe. I mean, they're all just almost at that last flag. So they need to make that step to get out of the container. And I got to be honest, if it was me in this situation, I probably wouldn't even be to this point.
Yeah, that PHP stuff would have thrown me off. I'd be sitting in the back like, all right.
So I think he's finally got Chisel listening.
Nice. Which one?
Luska. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
why don't we pop over to Luska and check on him? Luska is using Terminator, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Terminator is great.
Nice. Yeah, big fan.
So he is trying to listen on 4040, and 4040 port is in use. And the one like downside of Chisel, that nasty like error message that looks like a stack trace, it's just not a good error message. So that's saying the port is in use, and it worked when he was on 8008, but he's keeps for some reason trying to switch it to listen on 4040. I don't think he realizes it's a dynamic SOX proxy. So he's trying to do a port forward and doing a SOX proxy, I think.
He's almost there. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, a couple of the other players are dropping.
Yeah, I noticed
Wow.
a few players have dropped, and
Yeah.
I definitely get that that demotivation aspect. I've used that as like psyops in CTF before, where you dump
Yeah, but
flags.
That's actually here. on the
Giotto
first
is
panel
playing
we
a chess
had-
game.
Yes.
I wish I was joking, but he switched over to play chess.
Yes, he did.
You know what?
I thought you were talking.
He's got to take a break, I guess.
At least win. I don't know.
This is great.
All right, no. Do pawn to rook 8.
He's doing a good job in chess, actually.
So here on the first room we had Celesian, and since he won, he just got out of the Discord channel.
You got first place.
Yeah. Here on the fifth room, I think we had B here.
Mhm.
And since he already got the second place, he's also out of Discord. And one of these rooms was Alfonso, and he dropped kind of early in the game. We believe it was a connection issue. And we had, I believe it was Silvano here on the 8th room, and Silvano is now on chat, so I think he's he's just chilling, you know.
Nice.
He's not there for it anymore.
No, it was Giolato where I was watching and then suddenly I got booted and I was like, wait, what's going on? But I'm glad that now chess is happening and I'm
Yes.
entertained again.
Is he going to play a second chess? Is he going to play 2 chess games simultaneously?
Well, that's what I used to do. When Yahoo Chess first came out, what I would do is I would sign in on one browser with Yahoo Chess, and then I would sign in on a separate one, and I would play against the computer on the second one as expert. And then whatever move that my opponent played against me, I would play that move against the computer on expert. And then whatever move the computer played on expert, I would play that back against my opponent. I won
Classic
a lot.
replay.
It was great.
Nice.
I'm not good at chess, but the computer is. That's that's an answer to the interview question of like, tell me a vulnerability that you found and exploited. It's like, oh yeah, like I can play chess against somebody, against a human, but as a computer, but as a human. All right, let's see who else. What's we're looking at Luska right now.
Luska, yeah, he's still
Mhm,
fighting Chisel.
Luska.
Again, it's
All right.
this go message that it's saying the port is in use, but
Man.
instead of saying it in English, it says it like that.
I drank these drinks like really fast because I thought like the CTF was going to be over really fast because people were flying through the challenges. Now my
Wait,
drinks are empty.
hold on, wait. Is that why you drank them so fast, or did you just drink them really
He's
fast?
just straight up lying.
Well, I was talking a fair amount, in my defense.
Metasploit time. Yeah.
No, that's okay. I'll never forget Faderade. That's all I'm saying.
But
And I'll
Fader-
never forget the day after either and how I felt.
Fader is the drink that keeps you safe. It's got all the things that the body needs, like the single cell amino protein in the Matrix.
Is that just vodka and Gatorade?
It is.
No,
and
Yes,
Red
yes,
Bull.
it is.
Oh.
And Red
Yeah,
Bull.
It's
What?
vodka-
Why would you put
vodka-
Red Bull in Gatorade?
No. All right, let me explain. It's got all the things that the body needs. It's vodka, Red Bull, and Gatorade, right? So you get your uppers and your downers at the same time, as well as your dehydration and your rehydration.
Didn't we learn this lesson with Four Loko?
No, we don't learn anything ever.
Four Locos was weak.
Yeah, right. When Four Loko came out, I was like, what is the big deal about this? Why is everybody upset? Like, I don't understand. There's no need to be upset.
Actually,
like,
to be fair, coming out of Florida and having a lot of Four Locos, I will say Faderade's wrecked me worse because I got this pitch that it replenishes everything your body needs and just here, have another. The only thing that it doesn't have in it is a new liver, which is something that I needed after that was over.
What flavor of Gatorade do you use? Or Red Bull?
You can use whatever mix that you want. So anything from Red Bull Zero, sugar-free, regular Red Bull, or the flavored ones. They all go well. It's to the the preference of the consumer. And same with all the Gatorade flavors. So I
feel like we
personally
should be specific about Gatorade though. Like there's some really trash Gatorade flavors.
That's true. I don't disagree.
You know
my
what the
personal
best-
favorites. Sorry, go ahead, Deepsec.
The best thing about Faderade, though, is the first one may be bad, the second one's better, and the third one's probably amazing.
I can confirm. I can confirm
That is the danger of it.
Yeah,
And then you don't remember the 4th through the 9th ones.
correct. Or
It's
how
like
they got in
Brondo,
your
but for
head.
the human body.
Brondo, thirst meter later.
It's what robots crave.
I will say no hate on your drinks. It did cause me to inspire my own. At an office I used to go into, we had a fridge with Red Bulls in it, and we also had a little pharmacy counter that had the emergency packets. And so because I worked such crazy hours, I was like, you know what would probably be good that I've sort of had before? That. And so I would just mix a Red Bull with an emergency packet, and I called that medicine. So
Well, I was going to say if you add the vodka into it, the vodka kills the germs, and then the emergency boosts your immune system.
accurate. And after 5 o'clock, that's
I
definitely
can now
what happened.
understand. I can now understand you Americans and your eggnog thing.
You went back to it?
Y'all fucking disgusting.
It's just like Faderade. The first one's probably bad, the second one's good, the third one's great, the fourth, the ninth, you don't really remember.
Yeah.
You just wake
There's
up and
some
it's no
bad-
longer Christmas.
There's some bag eggnog mixes out there, so you gotta be careful. If you're gonna have eggnog, you gotta make sure it's a good one.
Yeah, you gotta make your own.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank,
and so-
thank you all for the
After
tips.
that.
Oh my!
It's like what was it? What was it? Gummy worms or whatever you had for the first time? It sounded like that. What was that candy? Sour Patch, right? You gotta have the you gotta have the right ones.
There's different
That's
types
true.
of Sour Patch.
Yeah,
And
I don't
gummy
remember
bears.
them off the top of my head though, but let me look that up.
So
Is there like a Costco brand or something?
No,
Well,
just from
Kirkland is
the
always a jam.
That's true.
where was it? I'm googling now because that's. Oh, maybe I should use Bing so I can get like extra credit at work or something. No,
Yes, there you go. Well, to be fair, Google is like a competitor to everybody, right? Like, do you make a device like a phone or a tablet or a laptop or a computer? Oh, well, then it's a competitor to the Chromebook. So, like, Google is a competitor to everybody at this point, I feel like. No offense, I am wearing a Google t-shirt that I got from playing Christmas Party for Google, but I was just saying objectively.
The Google team adopted me for Sans, so they have my vote. But that's because I've been bribed heavily, and I might be their violinist.
Influence
go.
operation.
Sour Patch Kids berries, tropical,
Oh damn.
Christmas. I don't know. Just green and red ones.
I think Cow may be close to getting root.
I think so too. He just got the interpreter call back. And
Yeah.
now
I
he's
am
gonna
really
record.
trying. I'm really trying to broadcast this screen, but Discord's just fucking around right now.
We'll provide a live transcription.
Oh yes.
There it is. There's an
Yeah.
interpreter shell.
All right.
He's doing this
So,
interpreter shell to set up a route so he can hit 172.17.01.
That's
Now he's
it's
in
a-
second row.
Which you
Oh, no,
could
proxy
accomplish with Chisel, right?
Yes.
Oh man.
Luska gave up with Chisel, and he's also trying to get Metasploit, but he's having
he's
a
not
trouble
playing chess, is he?
getting a call back.
They
Well,
came
you
in
know,
with
this
a
is-
wrecking ball.
This is definitely something that we see week after week on UHC is players are more comfortable with different tools and different tool kits. And so I definitely don't fault anybody. You know, I kind of come from that like old school, if you will, mentality of like, let's try to not do things in Metasploit, mainly because of like OSCP, where it's like you're not allowed to use Metasploit except for like one box or whatever. So trying to do things outside of Metasploit is kind of my go-to. But then when I watch other folks do things in Metasploit, I'm always impressed of like how easy it can be. So same thing with like what we talked about earlier is like I'll play a box on like Hack the Box, or I'll do something in CTF, and I'll be like, oh yeah, cool, I did it without Metasploit, no problem. Let me see what other folks are doing, and I'll watch an IPSEC video, and IPSEC's like, oh yeah, if we go to Metasploit, we do this. It's like boom, 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 done. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like 10 minutes of headache for me. And IPSEC, you did it in like 30 seconds.
It's always about knowing what tool.
I hope Kawaii doesn't like cancel the scan, because like, you know, you ever like run scans at a certain point, you're just like, all right, nothing else is gonna happen.
Yeah, that's right. But then some port does show up where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what we did.
And 4040 is a weird port. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in the top 1,000. I wouldn't guess.
Nah.
I think it is. I don't think Celesian did a all port thing. I don't know exactly. He found it through Nmap. He's the one that just said, you know what, I'm not going to worry about Chisel right away and just do static binaries, which I fully support. I really hate doing any type of scanning through any proxy. It's just god awful.
For sure. But that's just because we're impatient. We're like, give me the results right now.
Oh no, when you do like scanning through proxies, things just sometimes don't work. You get a lot of false positives. Like you were upset about Fuff missing one like page, like
Yep.
and Nmap through a proxy, like he'll probably miss it 80% of the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
On an op, when I have time, then I can like bring the timing back down on Nmap, and usually I will get more accurate results and I'm not in a rush, but definitely not the case here in this setting.
And I think Luska's in the opposite thing. So Cow has his proxy up. He doesn't know 4040. Luska knows 4040, but he can't get a proxy.
Right.
Yeah.
And it kind of highlights like the skill sets involved in these things. Like Luska was probably one of the first ones with a shell on this thing, but he probably just isn't too familiar with after that. So I'm guessing he probably does a lot of bug bounties where this type of stuff is normally out of scope. Like going back to why didn't you get root? I did it because the set UID, it let me do that. Like that's a dangerous thing in a bug bounty realm.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I've definitely seen people that do not get paid out because they went too far, and you know, in the eyes of the bug bounty program, they exceeded the scope, and so therefore they don't get a payout, or they get like, you know, something worse. They get a slap on the wrist or lose reputation points or something like that.
All right, y'all,
So-
we have around 45 minutes left for
Oh my
our
gosh.
players to try going for the third place.
Hey.
We are now watching, we are going back and forth Luska's and Kawi's screens because apparently they're like on the way. Geolado, I think Geolado's still playing chess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Which,
Nice.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, right? Take a break, like let your mind go somewhere else, and then come back to it with a fresh set of eyes.
I don't
I
know.
really
like,
wonder if
you-
he has multiple monitors and he's just watching the stream to see if anyone gets close. And he has the flag. He's just sitting on it playing that game.
waiting to pounce.
Sniping.
He's like, I heard you guys complain about people solving this too fast, so I decided I'd wait a little bit to get this flag.
We're going the full 3 hours, whether you like it or not.
Oh shit! Look who
He's playing
he's playing
speed chess?
chess with. He's playing chess with Pimps. And Pimps is a huge Brazilian hacker. All right, shout outs to Pimps, who is probably also watching the stream.
Awesome.
Pimps is like, oh, by the way, here's this other flag, just in case you need it.
He could be just spitballing ideas, which is definitely important. Like, no one knows everything, so it's always important to get a good social circle with friends that do this type of stuff, and you can always ask them questions when you get in a rut, or play chess with them for a little bit and clear your mind, and then come back to the problem.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I'd always recommend having a team or at least one other person that you can bounce ideas off of, and whether that's the context of CTF or bug bounty or just trying things in general and just saying like I'm stuck on this thing, like, or hey, I figured out this thing, and sharing ideas, sharing information. I think having somebody close that you can trust and share your failures as well as your successes with is incredibly valuable.
Anytime I do like a weekend CTF, I definitely have to like go to the bar Friday night, like during the CTF in the middle, and just like sit on some things and be like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do when I get back at 2:00 in the morning.
Yep. And that totally was my case. Working consulting for application security stuff, I would be like going to bed at like 2 and thinking like, oh, I wonder what would happen if I tried this, and just like get up and be like, let me just try this thing real quick. And I can't tell you how.
Oh,
many
I
times
can
was,
not
like,
totally
looking for-
attest
wait.
to that.
Kawi missed the port. He didn't show
Yeah,
up.
his nmap didn't return
Yeah,
4040.
it doesn't return it.
Oh, that's gonna throw him off.
That's so
Yeah.
Oh,
silly.
no.
He's trying to go into like the Mongo database now because he didn't
Oh,
see that
no.
port. And I gotta check if this is in the top 1,000. If it is, I'm going to laugh. Like,
Oh no.
I will feel so vindicated for saying don't do nmaps through a proxy because it misses things.
Oh man, that's so rough to miss one crucial piece of data like that. Coway, if you've got the side channel up and you're watching Twitch, port 4040 is where we've seen it happening. Port 4040.
It's not. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah.
Are
so-
you singing in the rhythm of Loki Fuck 2020?
Yes.
Never
So
changed.
4040 is not in the top 1,000.
No, it's not.
Oh,
4045 is, but
Mm.
4040 is not.
What runs on
And this is what I was
4045?
talking about earlier, because like when Celesian brought Nmap in, I was like, that's a weird thing to do. You can do some basic enumeration on the host. Like Netstat will tell you or whatever that 4040 is open. You got to start there
Or SS.
before you start bringing tools in.
Well,
to
Netstat
environment.
would not tell you this because that was on the host. He was in a
Sure.
Docker container. I
That's
think.
fair.
Oh.
Because he hit
Wait,
it on
wouldn't-
0.1 and he's
Wouldn't-
0.2.
Oh. Huh.
But
Okay.
Was it?
it may show it depending on like if the containers privilege is the bad word.
Yeah.
But depending how the network stack is set up. Like if it's sharing the routable IP address, then you won't be able to do that. And it may be doing that because Luzka for some reason keeps trying to listen on 4040 but can't because the
Yeah.
host is. So maybe that's it. And Luzka's back to going to Chisel. So he started out with trying to do Chisel, went to Metasploit, gave up with Metasploit, and now is back to Chisel. He's still doing ngrok. So I think this is like probably what's throwing him off. He's not taking the Celesian route and doing just an AWS instance. And gsocket actually has a super cool feature where it's like ngrok, but for pen testers, it's by THC, the hacker's choice. And you just do -D and you got a dynamic port. So how gsocket works, it's just like ngrok. It connects back to like gsocket.thc.org or something. And based upon crypto is how it routes you. So they're the stun server at that web address. Two clients connect with the same crypto and then they can do flags.
Ooh, that's nice.
So it supports like sending shells, file transfers, SSH, proxies. It supports a whole suite of things.
That sounds
So-
awesome.
Yeah, super nice. And of course, THC, OG, old school. I mean, I'm sure a lot of our viewers and all of us on the stream here know Hydra. THC, the same group that wrote Hydra for brute forcing. And so, yeah, I didn't realize that they had written this other tool for proxying traffic and communications.
THC also did a bunch of like IPv6 enumeration tools.
Which
What
I always
happened?
felt like IPv6 is like the channel if you want to work where people don't have a lot of visibility on their networks. And so if you just move your tooling to IPv6, a lot of that stuff doesn't get picked up, at least on the networks I've been on.
Yep.
So what
Also,
happens
like
if
old
neither-
versions of
Oh, look at the scoreboard. Yeah, Wade got to 1,000 points.
Yes.
also in old versions of Linux. If you don't, I think System D fixed it, but IP tables is a separate rule set for V4 and V6.
Yes.
So there's a good chance that if it's like Ubuntu 16 or maybe 18 even, that if they set up blocking rules, they may only block V4. And if you hit the V6 address, you can still get in.
Yeah, because it was IP6 tables, right, to set
Yep.
up rules for IPv6.
So I think
Genius.
UFW fixes that, and System D sometimes does. It's inconsistent.
The first time ever that System D has sometimes fixed something. Usually it just breaks everything.
So what happens if no one gets 1,500?
If nobody gets to
to
1,500 and we hit our 3-hour mark, at this point, the person that would end up in third place is Luska because they got to that position in the scoreboard before anyone else did.
Cool.
So we'll see. I have a feeling though. I mean, there's 40 minutes. I will probably drink some cachaça, and I suspect that in that time somebody will come up with the final flag.
I just said "Eha" in a live stream. I think I've been living too long in Texas, y'all.
Texas.
I miss my
Oh.
country. I miss Brazil.
I was
So-
living in Texas for a bit, and our internet at work went down, and so we were calling the help desk, which is in Maryland, and like everybody was calling. So eventually, they just put up a message on there that says, "If you're calling from Texas, like
Texas.
Oh my god.
way too funny." It was perfect.
I actually think Wade may have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wade's pretty close.
Jumping in
Nice.
now.
Wade is the one he put static nmap on, and now he's doing
Nice.
a metasploit
Heck
command.
yeah.
Wait, has everyone here done time in Texas? I have to ask. It's like a thing that happens in InfoSec where you've just done time in Texas. So like I did 2 years.
I've never lived outside of the same 10-mile radius that I live in currently.
Nice.
That's unique.
I've been all over the place, but
Yeah.
I've always called
Keeping
this
it
one
local.
place home.
Calling it home. I've been everywhere. But I like to say I did hard time in Texas because I was in Dallas. It is not the same as Austin or even Houston for that matter.
Well, yeah, Houston is the third coast of hip hop, so it's definitely got its own thing.
Houston is Texas Tampa. So, that's
Wow.
that's what that is.
Never heard that before.
Well,
Texas
I'm
yay area.
home, and so when I came over to Texas, I was like, well, where do I go play shows? Because it was like the best thing about Dallas was the Dallas Hackers Association, and then nothing else. And so I had to find places to go play music, and the answers were Houston and Austin, and they were just a hell of a drive. So I used to call Houston Texas Tampa because that was where I was from.
Gialdo is playing again. He quit chess.
Oh, did he?
Ooh,
Ooh.
back in action.
Maybe he had a trigger set that was like checking the scoreboard, and it's like once somebody else got to 1,000, he would like jump back into it. I did want to mention though, Wade is one of the players that runs Windows, and I always call that out because I think it's fascinating. Where I've always felt like I always do my CTF stuff in Linux, and I'm used to doing it in Linux unless there's like some particular challenge that might require something else. If I need to go to Windows, I'll spin up a VM, or if I need to go to Mac OS, I'll spin up a VM. But Wade does everything in Windows, and that's always kind of impressive to me because I'm just not familiar enough with the platform.
That's funny. Like I usually used Kali like everybody else, and then I switched over to Parrot almost like everyone else, and then now it's just kind of like all my platforms are Windows and like I'll just use WSL for everything. And WSL2 like made WSL2 right for the
I wonder
and goodness.
I wonder if Geolado just stopped playing because we're screening him right now. We're streaming him right now, and he is just waiting for us to get the fuck out his screen so we can win.
So you can ask pimps for it.
Yeah.
So Wade is really close though. He found somehow he knows it's Weave. He doesn't know the IP address though. Like he was Googling Weave. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe he was listening to a stream and heard us talk about it.
Maybe.
But he kept trying to access it on localhost. He has Nmap up, so we'll see what he scans. Oh, wait, he's going to go. No, he changed localhost to 127.0.0.1. I was like, wait, he's listening to me right now. He's going to do like 172.17.0.1 or 18.0.1. I think 18.0.1 is default Docker.
Yeah.
Too many IP addresses.
Apparently.
Oh, there was a hint.
Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm just sneaking back to look at Gelato. Y'all keep going, and I'll let you know if I see anything on Gelato's screen that looks interesting.
Cow is still trying and mapping through his interpreter thing. Looks like he's taking quiet mode off, so all those denieds and stuff aren't there. And he's doing a full port scan. So he did -p- with his nmap. This will take a while.
It will.
I don't think he got the hint that it was Weave. Maybe he's not paying attention to Discord, but that would definitely help him. And he did the -vvv flag, so at least now it'll show him ports as they come up. So even if it takes a while, at least he'll know as soon as it hits 4040, which I guess he's just rolling a d20 at this point.
No botch. But
a crit fail will be nmap misses it.
It's a tough aspect of playing CTF is, especially in this kind of context, is catching hints as they come in, right? So you got to be focused on what you're doing and how you're working through your challenges, but then also you got to be able to pay attention to like what else is going on. And if you're not, then you miss the hints that tell you, hey, this is like the big thing that you're missing right now.
So maybe that's what Gialdo did. Maybe he came back because of the hint.
Could be.
Someone asked, why is that Christmas guy using Parrot instead of Kali?
Yeah.
I was like, what are they talking about? Like,
oh my.
I forgot what I was wearing. No, so like I think it was just a difference. I didn't want to use Kali's GNOME interface for a while. And I just wanted to try something different. And I definitely like the way that Parrot's shell works. But upgrading Parrot, it's kind of a bitch sometimes. It's like in the 4.0 kernel series was kind of shaky. Anytime you wanted to update Parrot, it was just no. So yeah.
And I moved off of Kali for a while, and I just had like my own like VM that I built out, and it was based on I think either Debian or Ubuntu, I want to say. But I just had like not Vagrant because I'm not cool enough. I didn't have like a Vagrant or an Ansible script, but I just had like my own like CTF setup script, and then I would just like run that inside the VM. And I moved away from Kali for a while, but I'm actually back to Kali now, and not to use the Biggie song, but it is kind of nice having been going back to Kali.
So
wow, what you said all that just for that line, huh?
No, honestly, I am back to Cali.
You got a whole setup for that.
That is, I came up with that punchline on the fly because I used to be an okay freestyle rapper.
So when I said he started the Nmap scan is going to take a while, it just updated. It's 0.6% done.
Oh no.
So
no.
when I said a while, I mean just multiply that by like 200, and that's how long it's going to take.
You know what's wild? There's a nice Perl script. It's like a really fast Perl scanner somewhere on GitHub that someone said, like, if you look in the notes, I wrote this in 1996 or something like that. But it's so fast, then like that anytime I do like a hack the box, whatever, if I need just to scan a Docker environment, I'll just use that Perl script because it works. Like, I'll never say that ever again about Perl, but that one just works.
So I have another question. How are you updating Parrot? What is the command you run? You just do apt upgrade or
for what?
Parrot?
For Parrot.
Yeah, I think they added something. I'm not sure, but usually it was just update and then just upgrade.
Okay. Yeah, you want to do full dash upgrade, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I just stopped using it. So the new Kali is nice though. I do like the WinKex thing that they have, so you can just display everything. Like that's really cool. So I may go back to Kali.
I've had too many times where I've updated Kali and then it just died on me, and I'm like, I got to record a video today. I don't feel like fighting this.
Yeah, my Python stuff broke in Kali last week, but it's been fixed since then.
I think the worst time ever was my Kali broke. Thankfully, like every time I did a snapshot. However, in order to do one piece of the video, I needed an updated tool set. So I kind of went in this like recursive loop of I upgraded. Crap, it broke. I reverted. Oh, crap, I actually need to upgrade.
That's like I used to kind of ride the bandwagon of like PyEnv or PyEnv or pipenv and all those and be like, this is the way, like for sure. And then that also broke on me just recently, and I was like, I guess there's no good way to do Python, and maybe no offense to anybody here, but maybe I should just like abandon Python and do everything in Golang now.
Yeah, me and John were doing this ETF yesterday, and I was trying to get PwnCat working, and he was trying to get my tool working. And I use like Python 3.7, he uses Python 3.8, and like PwnCat has an issue with me. I can't get PwnCat working. My tool has an issue with him. He can't get my tool working. It was just,
it was both awesome and really, really sad.
Yeah, I thought I had really good experiences with the ENV parts of the Python toolchain, and I was like, yeah, this is great. Everything's like super nice. And then when it wasn't super nice anymore.
Yeah, and PwnCat has this nice Docker thing. However, the Docker build failed, so I was like, oh, reverse shells it is.
I was using PwnCat to catch our shells, but
all right, so we're watching Luska. Luska's still working on the chisel cheat sheet, trying to get this proxy this connection.
Wow. So he had everything that he needed highlighted, and he copied it into his URL bar. I guess that's where he's taking notes.
Oh yeah. I see him taking notes up there in the address bar on the browser.
And like all he has to do is just replace the values. It's like he has everything. He's had that copied for several minutes, at least a lot.
So it's not going to work though, because he keeps doing port 4040 and he can't do port 4040. So that's the issue he's getting. However, Chisel doesn't give you a good thing, and you can't. Yeah.
So now he almost has it, except he almost.
And I think the reason why he's doing it in the URL bar is because I don't think the URL bar does like the weird angled quotes and things like that. So you get a lot of weird encoding on web pages just because they try to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
So sometimes the quotes aren't real quotes. There's some weird UTF jank stuff. So putting in the URL bar fixes that.
Run your server. What do you? Oh, I'm sorry. Like
backseat drive.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch sport. I don't watch sports, like actual sports. And now I'm starting to understand why people yell at the screen.
Well, it's hilarious. I'm over here watching Wade, and he's struggling for a little bit now, doing the same thing and going back and forth between burp and his command line and everything else. And he just typed in it after failing several times, and then went back and did his exploit. So, like, I feel.
Yep.
The thing that's frustrating me with Wade is he's using Metasploit and using the MSF handler, but doing a command shell, not Meterpreter.
Well,
It's like he's in a gunfight. He has a gun in his holster and a knife in his pocket, and he decides to pull out the knife.
So right now he's just slapping it. Like, he's so close. They're also hurting.
I totally get this feeling of like having tried a bunch of different things and they're not working out, and there's so many variables in the mix where you're like, I'm not sure. Maybe it's the interpreter thing didn't work out, or like, maybe I just need to do it the tried and true way that I've done before that has worked out.
I think I actually know what's happening.
What it says give up. Sorry,
I think because he's using Ngrok, like doing the Meterpreter multi-payload is causing an issue because he needs 2 ports. And I've actually never used Ngrok. Like during this ETF 2 days ago, I was going to set that up to help John. I was like, oh, you have to register an account for this? Never mind.
Like, nope. Not going to bother.
Here, John, go learn to use WireGuard and connect my crap.
So Lucas just has the ports reversed. Like he's almost there. He's got to switch to 4040 and 444. And he's basically there.
All right, come on, Luska.
He's so sharp too. Like so sharp.
Oh yeah, I see. It's just on the wrong ports. The ports are on the wrong side. They just need to flip them. Oh my gosh! And I will be honest. I have definitely done this before, where I put the wrong port in the wrong place on the tunnel.
Yeah. It's really disheartening to see give up on the screen though. Like
yes.
Yeah. Like you're almost there.
The code. It's like,
so close.
Give up.
It's like
that's why in my video for this, when I showed it, I did color coding for Chisel and did it like in a graphical PowerPoint.
Oh.
And that is the way. It's like it's so nice to like lay those things out in a very distinctive manner so that it's easy to like kind of grok what you're seeing on screen and figure out how that maps into like what's actually happening in the systems.
And for each chisel command, I also put the like SSH command that it represents, because that's how I remember all forwarding. Like my default forwarding is SSH.
We are almost in our last 20 minutes of the championship, y'all.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh, I
gotta
put cachaça in my glass. It's empty.
Cow, he's doing a curl command. I want to see what he's getting curls.
Ooh.
I think he had the right IP address, and now he's doing something.
So close. He was.
I think he wants to make sure he captures standard error. So he was in Meterpreter, went to a shell, and I think maybe his curl command standard error isn't mapped to standard out. So that's what he's trying to do. Wait, you can do that?
I've never seen that syntax before. Hold up.
Oh no, that's it'll work. I think that's just a bash, like a bash loop.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
That's clever.
So
Kawhi had some interesting things last time.
Right there. That is awesome.
Yeah.
He had some really interesting syntax last time we saw him, and I've never seen that before.
That's a cool bash one-liner for a port scanner.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all just learned something. It just blew my mind. So that's also
I missed this aspect in a job interview once. I got all the other things, and there was still like time left, and I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of like out of ideas. Like, what am I missing?" And they were like, "Oh, the only thing you're missing is like you have access to curl in your environment, so you could use curl as a port scanner." And I was like, "Oh, I like didn't think of that." And
something passed, and now he's like, I didn't see where it was exactly. So he's looking for the range.
After this, I have to go and watch Egypt and Vu's like DEF CON presentations for one-liners to rule them all to see if this is in it.
Yes.
I don't think this is in it. Like
I don't think they cover the bracket expansion in that talk. But that is a talk that I have watched more than once for sure.
So this could even blow Edam's mind, which is hard to do when it comes to one-liners. He is like the king of them.
Oh, getting a shell. There you go. All right. Launching a shell. All right. Narrowing down. So this is where you do, this is where binary search comes in handy, right? You narrow down the range.
There it is.
Like,
yeah.
There it is.
Come on,
Nice.
Howard.
Yes.
My boy.
Nice.
Come on.
So
Oh.
MCMI, is this faster than the Perl script you run? This is going pretty quick.
That was pretty fast, honestly. Yeah, probably. I wish. That's so creative. Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
We gotta put a wow counter here. Wow. Wow. Wow.
But we have to turn it off when John Rivers is on the board. Because otherwise it'll just be wow all day.
Oh my god, just Jesus.
Kind of just want to.
We should have a drinking game that goes with it.
All right, so John Hammond, if you're in this position right now, and given what Kawe seems to have as far as context, what would you be thinking to do?
So I feel like Cowie already had a solid setup for getting the port forward. I think like we saw him try to SSH into it, and that responded. Now that he knows it's port 4040, it's like that's awesome. Now that he knows it's port 40, I feel like he'd just be running to try and connect to that.
And we did see the curl out to 4040 just right there, but then it returned this nasty blob of JavaScript, which I don't know about you, but I generally don't want to deal with that. And when I have to deal with a blob of JavaScript, I usually do something like set eval to like document.write and then just run it and see what happens and YOLO my way out of the situation somehow.
That's like saying, hey, you're using an not up-to-date browser. So he clearly probably wants to view this in Chrome or Firefox or something where we can actually render out what this application's supposed to be. And then we can really see Weave Scope and hopefully get that shell.
Yeah. And this is what, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and he's already got a interpreter session.
Exactly.
So it should be trivial for him to do this network pivot.
We got to put these pieces together. He's still just researching what Weave Scope is, but
Yep.
learning on the fly, doing some quick tap dancing here.
And, to give extra credit points, assumably Kawe is not a native English speaker. So learning what Weave is in a second language on the fly in the middle of a CTF with the entire internet watching while you're playing against 9 other top competitors in your CTF domain.
I mean, he's not a native English speaker, but after last time when he gave that entire explanation in English, it was like, I don't speak English. No, like, come on. you talked like a good 5 or 6 minutes and explained everything pretty well. So
here's how I did the Capital One breach in 25 minutes, all in my other language. Fair enough. Fair point.
So Wade is still just using Metasploit to get command shells and hasn't upgraded to Interpreter yet. Gialdo, I think maybe he's got something. He's in Burp's proxy configuration.
Yeah, poor Luska, man. He's got to switch those ports. He's trying to go from shell to interpreter shell. That's
Yeah. Have you ever, I don't know if y'all have ever had that experience, but the feeling that I get from this is like the times when I've been like really, really close to something and it was just something minor that I was missing that like was at one step up. And then when I find it, I'm just like, oh, like, why did this take me so long? Like, why didn't I find it earlier? Is that something y'all have ever experienced before?
all the time, especially in CTFs. We like you get
Cow is hitting Weave Scope with a web browser.
Loading it.
He's close.
Oh.
Just will he see that tiny little icon?
There it is. There it is. All right.
He's in it.
Is it? Yep.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my god, Discord is not loading.
Oh, is he gonna click shell?
Right there. It's right there.
There's a computer monitor in the. Oh, oh no, he's away.
Oh.
I think he just has to hit that like little
terminal icon, and it'll just give it to him.
Yeah.
It's next to the computer monitor.
Look
Get
at
the
those
cloud
details.
shell.
To
Come
the
on.
left of the restart.
So
Come on.
close.
Just do the thing that's a shell. Oh my gosh. I can't even right now.
Yeah.
And
It's so hard.
I'll be
You just,
honest.
don't
if
think to look at it. Oh,
There it is.
Oh,
oh,
yes,
the cursor.
Oh no.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, Kale.
Come on,
Go
you got
home.
this.
Go straight home.
Oh man, Lucas dropped out.
Yes,
too.
here it is. Here it is.
Oh, this lady's back.
Oh, get it. Find the flag. Oh my gosh. We're like all on the edge of our seats.
Why'd he close it?
Well,
No, go back.
I think it was on
Was it the wrong
the
one?
1.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to /root.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
No,
wait. We need
No,
root
don't.
text, don't we?
Oh no! It's that flag right there. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna drink so much cachaça.
Go back. You're so close.
wow.
Oh, the
Oh,
next time I talk to my doctor, when they're like, "Have you started taking any new medication?" I'm gonna be like, "Yes, I've been doing UHC every Sunday night."
why is your blood pressure so mismanaged? Yeah.
Come on, Kale. Come on.
Come on, you got this. Go back to the shell. Shell.
Why did you
shell,
leave?
Shell. No. Oh my. And see, this is hacking. This is like, if you don't know what to look at, then you're like a dog chasing cars everywhere. You're like, whoa, blue car, and you just like run after it. Yes, do it.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh no, he is in the wrong section. He's in the container section, not the host section. So what? That wasn't where the flag is. Like
Right.
DC
The host-
ODB.
Yeah. It's over at the top right.
Oh man.
Go
Now
back.
we're away. No, we're never going back to it.
There's an update to your lyrics. Click all the things because really that's hacking. Just click
Yes.
everything.
Click everything and see what happens.
Yeah.
AKA
15 minutes, y'all. We're in the last 15 minutes of tonight's match.
He hasn't. He doesn't know.
Oh no.
IPSEC.
fart around and find out.
I
Oh my
cannot.
god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh, man, he has 15 minutes to figure that out because if he doesn't, Luska's going to win because he got 1,000 points first.
wow.
Luska's watching Ingrok videos on YouTube.
Go back to the UI. It's your friend.
I always wondered, like, if you're doing some like proctored exam, like the OSCP, for example, right, where somebody's like watching you, and then you just go look up like hack the box solutions or like try hack me solutions or something like that, and then you just like take the solutions out of there and use them to solve the OSCP challenges. Do they fail you? Like, or I mean, because in a real pen test, like you would still be succeeding. It doesn't matter where you got the info from necessarily. Well, no.
Yeah, that's totally cool. They're cool with it.
Nice.
As long as it's not like strictly OSCP stuff.
Right.
Like
you're not like looking up how do I solve this exam machine?
Right.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
Can you look up how do I not solve? Like,
How do I click literally
the
everything
intent
else?
is different, right?
all the disproves of the confirmation bias. Like, I thought it was this and it wasn't. And I thought it was this and it wasn't. You're like, thank you. You're saving me time from checking into these things.
Exactly. Come on, Kawhi. What are you doing?
Kawhi, you're so close. No.
Kawhi, look up our stream on Twitch.
Did he lose the auto run? I think he did.
Quite possibly. Well, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to get some cachaça so that I can celebrate whoever finishes in third, as well as the folks that have already finished in first and second.
You better be fast though, because now it's 10 minutes.
He's back in this thing.
He's back in.
It depends what he clicks.
Well, so usually exciting stuff happens when I look away.
Yep.
Yep.
It's on the host.
It's at the top.
The same icon as before.
Same icon.
And there's only one this time. Usually there's a whole row of them. One of these things is different.
There can be only one. Click the button.
It doesn't look like a button though, so
that's the thing.
Yeah, but isn't this our Windows user? Oh no, Wade's our Windows user. I was gonna say
Wade's the Windows.
This is our Arch user.
Are you saying Windows users aren't used to what were you getting at there? Like Windows doesn't have things that look like buttons?
That button immediately because that one to me is that's my win button.
Okay, so when I threatened to leave, that's when Kawe got close. So I'm going to threaten to leave again. So I mean it this time. I'm for real leaving this time.
Oh, Wade was so close and he gave up.
Yep.
There it is.
He's got a good meme going now.
I knew it. I knew it.
Cowie's in it.
I knew it. As soon as I turned off. I knew it.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Last stack attack.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Get it. Yes.
You better hope that some other player doesn't
Alfonso
type
comes
faster
back.
than you.
I am dumb.
Oh no.
Hurry up before Alfonso comes back.
I know.
Yeah.
We did it. You're welcome.
I'm so
You're
proud.
welcome. I help.
Yes!
It's the rule of the hackers. Like the less of us here.
Jesus fuck. Almost 5
Right?
minutes left.
The power shifts.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That was an amazing finish.
Ooh.
Okay.
Poor Lucio.
Yeah. That's brutal.
Oh my god. All right, so y'all, we're what we're gonna do now, so y'all know what's gonna happen. Is we are going to the other stream now, just me and Tati from Dual Core, because we're gonna interview the winner. We're gonna interview, I think, 3 of them. And unfortunately, we cannot take everyone with us because there's also going to be the 2 main Brazilian commentators there with us, and the platform that we use can only hold 10 people. So it's a matter of space in the room, but please stay with us. We're going to raid into the Brazilian channel, and we're going to interview the 3 winners tonight, both in Portuguese and in English. So bear with us.
And before we do that, thank you so much for all of y'all joining us. Moose, Oh My,
Thank you,
Ipsak,
everyone.
John Hammond. Welcome back, all of you. Thank you so much for contributing this entire season, for being with us tonight. It was great having you here. We love y'all. Happy birthday, Oh My.
Yeah, happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I miss seeing all of you in person. I miss you so much.
Thanks so much,
was,
everyone.
that was so cool, everyone. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That was fun.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah,
going back
bye
to
all.
work. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Y'all were amazing. Thank you.
Did we raid already? I don't know. Should we?
Nope, still live.
Should we end the broadcast? End the